Line up, you f***ing nerds. Who wants a shot at the champ?
They bring the heat.
Francis Ngannou is the hardest puncher in the history of fighting.
They bring the knowledge.
If you think this fight is going 5 rounds, you are out of your mind.
They bring you the picks.
The dog is getting it done in this one.
We deliver every single week. We're bringing the heat, ladies and gentlemen.
The money line.
Don't miss it on the MMA Experts channel each week. The Money Line. We are live. It's UFC 322 fight week. I am AJ, joined as always by my guy Mike Finch. What's up, dog?
Islam Makhachev versus Jack Della Maddalena. It's almost like it's AJ's birthday week. Doesn't it feel that way?
My birthday week every year. New York City cards on the reg.
Dude, what's
November
up?
12th for that week. They always go to New York City since it's been legalized. And I'm blessed with a good weekend of violence. I'm actually happy that my birthday is not on the day of the card, so I can just have a little chill birthday and then enjoy a weekend birthday celebration of the highest level of the fights, man. So I'm pretty excited. I think there's good luck about it too. You know, superstitious side of things. I feel pretty confident with the cause. I'm excited as hell for this main event. Biggest fight of the year.
Yeah. Unbelievable matchup, dude. It's just, you know, the deeper I dig on it, the more ways you can find this thing, you know, going. Both of these guys got so many weapons. They're both such exciting fighters, both of them in their prime. Islam's 34. I didn't even realize that, bro. I was thinking 32. I'm like 34. Damn it. You know, he doesn't have probably a ton of room left as to where, you know, Jack Della is 29 years old, but make no mistake, both of them in their prime. It's an epic fight.
I love it. The card overall stacked, the highest level women's MMA match we can do right now. Valentina Shevchenko versus Weili Zhang is sensational. Prospects on the prelims, contenders on the main card. We have Prates versus Edwards. We have Brady versus Morales. Dariush, Benoit, Saint Denis. Pretty stacked all the way through, even from some of our early fights. I'm very excited to talk about this card, Mike Finch, but I don't want to look past a pretty solid Apex card that we had this past weekend, and I think we got to quickly chop it up about the main event. Last week, UFC Vegas 111, Gabriel Bonfim goes out and doesn't just show the ground skills this time. He didn't need to. Chopped apart the leg and drops Randy Brown with the knee, albeit a lot of complaints were early stoppage. I'm on the side it was justified. I thought he was done. I'm grateful for the stoppage. There was a lot of people complaining.
I don't want to dunk on the commentators any more than I do. What the fuck are they talking about? Oh, you know, you could say it was early. Who could say it was early? Randy Brown's head snapped back. Well, he woke up when he hit the mat.
It was out.
Are you hearing yourself talking? Are these fucking commentators hearing the words that are coming out of their mouth? He woke up when he hit the mat. That means he was unconscious, dumbass. You know what I mean? If somebody goes unconscious in a cage fight, it's probably a good time to call the fight. Well, yeah, he was out and then he hit the mat and he woke up. Bro, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? They got you fucking commentating fights. Need to put you in a fucking short bus, bro. What the fuck is wrong with you? What?
I was surprised. I know. Hey, shout out Renny Roman for the $5, bro. Familia, thank you, bro. We appreciate you. And make sure you guys, if you're part of the Savages, run the likes up early on this stream, man. First 5 minutes is the most crucial for the algorithm. So run those likes crazy early on. Let me tell you this. I think the delusion of it is because Randy Brown put his guard up as Mark Smith had stopped the fight. But if Smith does not get in the way, there is going to be bombs from Bonfim. Randy Brown did not so quickly bounce back up to his feet. Like, sure, he wasn't wobbling all over the place when he was getting up, but he took a second, used the cage to get back up, and then complained about the stoppage. You know where I completely disagree with commentary on that one is the fact that Randy Brown was fucking veering off into the distance in La La Land, right? His arms were not immediately up blocking his face. As the ref came in, he put the guard up. He was gone. That was a knockout. Okay. And there's no reason to allow the fight to continue. And then potentially he's taken extra concussive shots to the head that I don't think he would have been able to come back from. Okay.
Clear
I think
KO, clear textbook KO, clear. He hits him. You can watch the slow motion. They were watching the slow motion, saying this stupid shit. His fucking eyes, he's looking over here, bro. He was out cold. His fucking head snapped back and hit the canvas. Oh my God, call an ambulance. Early stoppage. Guys are goofy as hell over there. Some of these guys, I don't know, man. What are they talking about? But hey, beautiful performance by Gabriel Bonfim. Gabriel Bonfim, very technically sound. You know, gotta say this is pretty much the way we called it, right? Like Gabriel Bonfim, you know, playing chess against a chess master like Wonder Boy is a lot different than out these explosive guys. He deals with this well, actually. Randy Brown will whip out single explosive shots, that lead hook a couple times. I'm like, God damn, he's got some long explosive arms, good striking. But Bonfim, patient, technically sound, waited for his opportunity, got the knee, got him out of there. Just more weapons than Randy Brown, and cashed 2 parlays for me. Sorry, that was 1 parlay. The 2 parlays was on Jacqueline Cavalcante, who dominated Myra Bueno Silva. So free channel, hit their parlay. Shout out to them. And then over in premium channel, I had Cavalcante and Marcos. Very, very, you know, it's a statement for Gabriel Bonfim. And there was, I think it also proves something else I said. There was this goofy ass take I heard. Oh man, if his brother loses, he might go out there and lose, you know, because he's going to be thinking about his brother. Did he look like he was thinking about his brother? What the fuck are people talking about, bro? He went out there and executed.
Yeah, crazy. And shout out to the trading champ. Hops in with $200. Thank you, bro. AJ, thank you for the pick flip. Marich, easiest dub ever after watching your weigh-in recap. Oh, and Taco Padilla, baby. Hey, let's go. Mike Finch, I pick flipped after the fucking weigh-in. I analyzed. I got images from the recent weigh-ins.
Good call.
And I said, he looks melted a bit.
Yeah, good call.
He looked a little small. And then when they got in the cage, I said, yeah, that was a proper read. And then Taco Padilla, he was my lock, bro. We fucking both called him savage.
That's what happened at weigh-ins for me. First of all, me and AJ were both on Taco Padilla trading champ. Yes. And then I saw fucking weigh-ins and I go, oh, hell no. I fucking made a update to premium channel. New lock of the week was Taco Padilla. Yes. I slammed that money line. I was sitting there watching that competitive first round like, when is he going to start going? When is Taco going to start? And then he did, right? Second round, he started, he caught a lot of shots on the elbows, on the forearms, but he stayed in there. And you could see he took that nut shot. How good was this? He took that nut shot and he goes, nah, I don't need the time. He pulled a Poa time. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Cooking him, right? Because he knew this was about cardiovascular conditioning after a bad weight cut from Ismail Bonfim, who needed to get help as he walked away from the scale. He looked like a cancer patient. He looked really bad at weigh-ins. An absolute lock, Taco Padilla, because you got to fight the full 15 minutes. You can't just go out there and spend the gas. Taco Padilla is a very, very durable, you know, a solid technician on the feet, a very durable fighter. Gets the fucking finish stoppage in the second round. It was huge for me. Trading champ, 200. Really appreciate it, bro. Thank you.
Hey, he said he was about to put 2K on Salikov, flipped after your video. Thank you, bro. Yeah. I ruined the folks Friday, man. I fucking took time. I went back. I rewatched the old weigh-ins. I'm looking. I took screenshots. And I saw
didn't call your boy. Goddamn, bro. That was the only
breakdown.
That was the single bet I fucked up. Everything else was right.
I watch it Friday. I said, I'm waiting to. I thought you tuned in for that part, man.
I try to. Yeah, I'm busy, man. You know.
I know you are. I know. Trading champ. Thank you, brother. Casual degenerate. Thank you for becoming a member, big dog. I actually going to tell you guys something about Taco Padilla. Surprise, surprise. Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern time, my birthday. He's actually joining me live on the channel for a lunchtime live special. So birthday stream with Taco Padilla, a little special Wednesday lunchtime live. He's hopping on the show. And I'm looking forward to finally get to chop it up with him, man. Been talking about it for several months, and now we're making it happen. So
birthday boy with the birthday interview. God damn. You know what I'm doing on my birthday? Nothing. Okay, nothing. I ain't interviewing no goddamn fighters on my birthday. You know, I grew up with my dad, who's a crazy sociopathic Mr. Hard Work guy. I would get, you know, hey, get your ass up, go out there and mow the lawn on my birthday, working my ass off every single birthday. I didn't give a fuck if it was my birthday. So now as an adult, I take the day off, bro. Ain't nobody making me work on my birthday. As a grown-ass man, you know, I'm getting those days back.
Respect. Listen, I think that's a smart strat, man. If Islam Makhachev called though, you would do the interview. Come on.
If I was gonna have fun with something, I will do it on my birthday. Yes.
Yeah, let's go.
Yes,
Let's
we
go.
do what we love for a reason, right? Like AJ and I work doing this stuff.
Yes.
Just pretty much try to entertain Training Champ on the show. I mean, that's pretty much keeping the lights on. So whatever Trading Champ wants to see, that's our job.
Let's go. Hey, shout out to the Trading Champ. Shout out to the Casual Degenerate. We appreciate you, savages. I want to run through just a couple more fights on this card. Co-main event, we saw a quick win for Ultimate Fighter winner Joseph Morales. I mean, made it look easy. Grappling was sick. From the crucifix to the ghillie, high-level jiu-jitsu. And I think he's definitely one to watch. He's not your typical prospect, right? He's 31. He's had a lot of experience. He's got a lot of fights now. He's, second UFC run. I got to tell you, I like Morales' chances making some waves. There's some savages, though, at 125 pounds, but I'm a fan of what Morales can do, and I'm looking forward for more.
I think so. I think Schnell made a mistake grappling with Morales. Like, strike with him, bro. Like, why are you engaging him where he's strong? And, is trying to scramble up, got the neck caught. Nice submission from Morales. Not surprised.
Not surprised. Agreed. Trader Champ says he wants to be the first guy on the money line that's not a fighter. Savage. Listen, when we do an off-week show where we bring some people in, of course, you can be on the top of the list.
I like that.
Hop on in. I like that idea.
Let's go.
Let's go. W. I feel as though Matt Schnell should retire. I said it during the recap, and I'm going to say it here. I really think, like, if you want to have some fun fights, all right, throw Matt Schnell out there against, somebody more towards the back end of the weight class. Like, of course, he can scrap still. But, man, it's too many losses out of the past bunch. And even the win against Jimmy Flick was not a great performance. I didn't love what I saw. And I think Matt Schnell is truly on the way out of the UFC. I mean, he retired after the loss to, Cody Durden and then decided to come back. I feel like it's like, all right, like, you reach your point. I don't know, man. Matt Schnell's been around for a long time. And the success rate as of late has not been good. So when you're losing in 2 minutes like this, as good as Morales is as a prospect, like, he got ran over bad, dude. What's next? Schnell's going to take on a guy from Contender Series that ends up, getting stung up,
right?
Right.
Yeah, he's not great. I mean, Matt Schnell loses a lot, but in some entertaining ones. And, Matt Schnell just has a fight IQ problem. Like, when you have this much experience, you want to see a return on that investment. We're not seeing that from Schnell with the fight IQ choices. Why are you scrambling with your neck out against Morales? You need to be very very cautious with him on the ground and get back to striking. So major mistakes, not elite. Yeah, he's got to make the decision himself.
Agreed. Invincible, my guy. He says, there's my guy, AJ, man. My girl and I just got engaged after 11 years together. Mikey or AJ, can we get a little shadow box for the congrats? Hey, W, bro. Congratulations, my friend.
Let's go. That's a
happy time. Happy day. Let's give him a round of applause. Congrats, bro. Invincible.
Congratulations, man. Hey, life is so good if you get the right girl. I did a good job. My best friend, Sam, gave me great advice in high school. He's like, bro, just don't fuck it up. And I never did. I never fucked it up. All these years later, 16 years later?
Holy shit.
I know. We've been together
16 years, huh?
Dude, half my life. Yeah. It's insane, right? So, just find the right girl, and it's all worth it, man. Congratulations.
Cheers. As I actually had my 2-year anniversary with Jersey Girl this past Sunday, She, what she got, bro? She hooked it up. I wish I could show you the shirt. We got the hats on deck. Yeah, she's merch manager out here, bro. So we got some shit coming.
I did get a Mike Finch show thing recently.
Where is it?
I have it right here. I don't ever hear.
You had the cup, right?
You know what Pop Socket is?
Yeah.
Like, it goes on the back of the phone. I got a Mike Finch show one. Pretty dope. Yeah. Everybody always hooking me up with Mike Finch show shit. Yeah, I got the cup from my brother-in-law. I got the shirt from my cousin Tyson. Shout out to Tyson.
Is the Mike Finch merch sale coming?
I know. I should, right? Black Friday it out. Would you guys buy Mike Finch show merch? Let me know.
Get Mike Finch with a big smile on his face. Well, you know what we'll do? We'll get the grappling dummies, but we'll put your head on one of them. The fucking jiu-jitsu. Sell them for a few $100. Listen, this could be big.
Yeah, I don't know what people are gonna do with those dolls. You know what I'm saying? I better chill on that.
It's their business, Mike Finch.
I don't even want my printed face to be a part of that. Drill a hole in the mouth. I don't know what the fuck these guys are doing. We definitely.
Is that what's going on Telegram, Finch?
I hope not. No, nothing crazy. Yeah, a little bit crazy on Telegram. I could have a little more fun on Telegram, than I can on YouTube. So, for the Halloween show, I was armed and dangerous. You know what I'm saying? I had the police costume. Well, I had the full thing on Telegram. YouTube, you can't get too wild. So come see your boy. DM at Mike Finch Show if you want to see the arsenal, the weapon arsenal.
It's X-rated Finch on the line.
No dick shots. Nope. Promise, guys.
Oh shit.
Not allowed, my wife says. Not allowed.
Salikov, Medich, we just got a quick shout. Medich, fucking terrifying performance. To put Salikov out in that way was tremendous.
Man, speed. Just got to him with speed. Salikov looked slow. He looked 40 all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I think you might have had a good point there about the Leal fight. He looked just extra jacked for some reason. With this fight, you could see the speed difference. Medich got right to him.
Yeah, let's go. And then big shout, Taco Padilla. We were talking about it earlier. Absolutely putting it on. Badass performance. I think, listen, when me and Finch line up eye to eye on these savage dogs, it works well.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys. This is what we do, okay? Vegas thinks they can beat us? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I'm excited for this week, man. We're just doing quick shouts now. Barcelos with the big upset. Respect to the performance. Was able to put it on. But this is the one right here. Leroy Duncan looked like a fucking madman out there.
Beautiful.
I want to say, right now, that type of performance, it puts him on a short list of guys that I want to see in the top 15. I feel like he's just getting better and better and better.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking salivating at the bit to see him fight somebody like Joe Pfeiffer, bro. How would that fight go down?
Fight.
Right?
I do like that fight. Christian Leroy Duncan is special. You heard this the post-fight press conference interview where he's talking about, I want to get my mom, she's like living in poverty or whatever. He wants to help his mom. Bro, he is, he's ready to go out there and die. Like, he really wants this, and it's beautiful to see, honestly. Wicked finish. The spinning back fist, which was like a delayed spinning back fist. He turned and then saw it and completed the spin and then puts him out with the straight cross. Beautiful finish over a real dangerous striker.
Let's go. Taco Padilla said something similar, man, with the financial side of things. We could do a whole fucking breakdown on small tweaks to fighter pay and how we can fucking jump shit up a little bit. I think my opinion would be limit the bonus and just hire the base. Okay, we're not going to do 12-5, 12-5. We'll do 20, and then you get 5 extra if you win. You have the set base. You're guaranteed something. You can probably balance out. Okay, so I'm going to fight 2 to 3 times this year. All right, I'm going to clear this much. Okay, with a win, I'll get a little extra. Maybe the UFC decides to not just give performance bonuses with the Paramount era. Maybe they're like, hey, if you finish the fight, we'll give you an extra 5,000. Things like that.
I like that too. Yeah, paying for finishes, I've always thought made sense. That's what it's about. Like, that's what really makes mixed martial arts fantastic. Is you can go out there. In a football game, you got to play all 4 quarters. In an MMA fight, I could put this guy away in the first round, and that's what the fans want to see. So incentivize that. Yeah.
Let's go. And then I just want a quick shout. 2 more. Josh Hockett destroys Max Gimenez and calls out Volta.
Is that Chael son? Is that Chael?
It's heavyweight Chael. I think it's his bastard son. I don't know what's going on.
It's like you either do the Chael Sonnen or you don't. You can't be in the middle like that, Josh. Like he dropped like some word for word Chael lines, and then he went back into his own shit. It's like, bro, you either do the Chael mimic. If I beat you, you leave the division. If you beat me, I will leave the UFC forever. Mic drop. Give us the actual Chael so we know what the fuck you're doing. He stole lines from Chael, the biggest arms and the biggest charm, and then would go back into his own shit. Now I'm seeing a plagiarism problem here. I'm like, bro, you gonna give credit to the guy? Are you really just stealing his style right now? With that, I think
he's more politician-like. He takes a couple things out, blends a few of his own, tries to resonate with the Sonnen fans. He's political.
I'm fucking. If I read that paper, I'm plagiarized. I'm sending this shit back to the student. Bro, so you got to do this shit again, dude.
You weren't impressed. I
am not impressed by him copying word for word classic Chael Sonnen lines. No, unless he's doing. You understand what I'm saying? If you go up there and you do a Chael impression, sick. I do that shit all the time.
But he's like halfway in, halfway out.
He's like taking credit for it. Yeah, he's like making it his own. Like, no, it's not yours, dude. You didn't come up with that shit. Come up with your own. The fuck are you doing? With that being said, now that I just dunked on this dude, with that being said,
he's a heavyweight, Mike Finch. He's coming after you.
So I hope not, bro. I hope not. That's a big boy. It's a dope call out, dude. Him and Walter Walker, sick.
I respect the call. Kid looks sharp. And then this breakout performance. I mean, Daniel Marcos seems to have entered some type of God mode, destroyed Miles Johns, pulls off the finish, and proved the point after losing his first pro fight last time out. Respect.
Yeah. Big performance by Marcos. He was the original lock of the night. And then when I changed it to Taco Padilla, I saw that Marcos had swelled to minus 185. I'm like, all right, I can't give that out. So I put Marcos together with Jacqueline Cavalcanti, cashed at plus 119. It was a great night for us.
Do we think Cavalcanti's a good up-and-comer? I feel like she's a problem, man. Her stand-up's slick.
Yeah, her clinch is sick, bro. She did great everywhere. She handled that fight completely. Mayra Bueno Silva looks a little washed, bro.
No, I think she is. I think so. Absolutely. Listen, Vegas was good, but it's time for 322. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of this Vegas shit. I'm ready to get to a pay-per-view. We're in New York City. We're about to jump into it. Make sure you guys hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Starting it off, we got Vyacheslav Borshchev versus Matheus Camilo. I like this matchup. Camilo was a guy that I was picking when he was scheduled to fight at 321 over in Abu Dhabi against El Sawadi. I like his chances against Borshchev a lot, especially on the ground. Camilo's a good athlete too, and I think his Brazilian-style Muay Thai is pretty solid here. Borshchev's slick with his kickboxing. He definitely has power, but he's getting to a point where it's like we see his game, and it's like, I don't want to say it's found out, but it is. His wrestling, it's not gotten much better. I'm sure he's working hard at it, but I just don't think he has a knack for grappling. He's a pure striker first, and then he got into, doing grappling, and the ability just hasn't risen. Like certain guys can pick it up. I don't think Vyacheslav Borshchev has necessarily picked it up. I think Matheus Camilo can buzzsaw him on the ground. We saw Terrence McKinney do it to Borshchev last time. I think Camilo showcases the jiu-jitsu here, and I think he's going to win by sub against Vyacheslav Borshchev.
Slava Claus has been taken down, 30-something times in the UFC? It's crazy. It's like 37 times in the UFC. It's insane.
Like the opposite of Marab here.
Yeah, exactly. You got the guy who keeps getting taken down, and his stand-ups aren't even that good. It's just that he's really that easy to take down. So, with his, sub 50% takedown defense, it's like you just expect him to end up on bottom, and you're underneath Camilo. Camilo's going to drop bombs on you, bro. He's an athletic dude. That Gabe Green fight was fucked up. They gave him a big Gabe Green. He went up a weight class to fight him. I think that was a bad move strategically by his management, by him. I think this is the right fight, right? This is a great way to bounce back. Slava Claus, fantastic striker. I mean, you got to give credit where credit's due. Beautiful hook, beautiful striking. But, bro, he's not young. And I think with this 24-year-old kid, real hungry and powerful in everything he does, I think he's going to fucking put Slava Claus on his back and TKO him, brother. I got Camilo to knock out.
Yeah, I think Camilo handles business. Should go out and win. Confident call, honestly, at minus 158. I'm surprised to see the odds being this close still. He opened up as an underdog, which I don't understand. Surprised that there's still some love for Slava Claus at this point. Like, we know Slava can kickbox, and he's not bad, but dude, he's 8-6-1 as a pro. He's lost his last 2 fights. He's taken on a guy that has, I think, a pretty well-versed skill set. Yes, the Gabe Green loss was unfortunate, but Gabe Green has a submission game. Gabe Green's solid on the ground. Borshchev doesn't have that. He needs this fight standing. I don't think he's going to be able to keep it standing. And I think Camilo's too athletic for him too. I'm going with Camilo all day. I'm with you, Mike Finch.
Team alpha male. It's like he just never really took to it. The way AJ just put it was he doesn't have a knack for grappling. It's like some people just don't take to it, I've trained with guys for years at various gyms, but like my original gyms, like Energy Mixed Martial Arts and Fitness over there in Lake Moore, Illinois, back in the day, I'd go all the time. And you would just see certain guys just they develop better striking or they develop better jiu-jitsu, and they never take to the wrestling. Wrestling is something that You really have to embrace and get it physically. It's harder to teach. Like John Jones has talked about that. They ask him, what's the best base for MMA? And he says wrestling, because in wrestling, you learn how to master somebody else's body. Somebody pushes into me, I arm drag them, right? They pull away from me, I front headlock snap them, giving you just some small examples. Versus in striking, you just master your own body. You know, you can play with that and show examples the other way, but the general understanding is like you can learn striking a little bit easier than you can learn wrestling. Slava Claus just never really got it. I think it's the bane of his UFC career, and it shows up here on Saturday.
Agreed. Inside distance, Camilo plus 140. I think that's a good line. Inside distance, a guy that he could end up knocking Slava out. That wouldn't be insane, or ground and pound. Could end up submitting him instead of, chasing one or the other. You can just kind of cover your ass there with a plus 140 on the center. Knockout is plus 285. Submission is plus 375. At the end of the day, you can pick between the two. I lean towards Camilo by submission, but he could go out and get a knockout finish. He could sleep Slava on the feet. I mean, Slava, he looks older than he is. I mean, Slava he's only 33, but he looks 40 at this point.
He got cracked by the kid, Chase Hooper cracked his ass on the feet.
I know.
I think
Chase Hooper drops him.
I think we're on the right side of history here.
Yeah, I think so. I think we're on W Central. Camilo to get it done. Late notice addition to the card. I also favor the younger guy in that. I think Camilo's hungry to prove a point. He had a fight scheduled. It got canceled the week of. That was disappointing. Now he gets an easier fight. El Sawadi was a harder matchup. El Sawadi can wrestle. El Sawadi's got some power. Slava, it's really just the stand-up you have to watch for. He's been found out. I think Camilo handles so. Mia Finch on the Savage side, the Camilo side. Let's keep running. Next fight, Basinger Susurkaev versus Mr. Eric McConico. I think Basinger Susurkaev should destroy McConico. I think he probably TKOs him here. Stand-up's pretty slick. Good teeps to the body, good straight shots. I think some people are going to hyper focus on his UFC debut. But I want you all to, if you haven't yet, watch his Contender Series fight if you didn't see it. And then recognize that he cut weight and fought on Tuesday and then also fought on Saturday. So, yeah, he got touched up a bit by Nolan, and there were some moments in the first round, but he still was able to finish the fight in the second. He still was impressive. I think people are like hyper fixated on some of the bad, so maybe that will tempt people to jump to McConico. But understand, I personally feel McConico's a bit on the basic side. Boxing-wise, he's okay. He's got some pop in his hands. He's aggressive. He's strong on the inside. He'll rip shots to the body and head. He can wrestle a little bit. But I think Basinger Susurkaev just has more levels to his game already in his mid-20s than McConico does. And I think this should be a knockout. McConico's losses, all of them by KO. Only 3 of them, but 3 knockout losses. And I think Susurkaev is live to add to that, a 4th knockout loss. I'm going Susurkaev, Finch.
Yeah, come on, man. It's 8-1, so Vegas is with you. No, I don't see a lot of criticism for Susurkaev. That was an interesting take you just had there. Go back and watch his Contender Series fight and think that he fought back-to-back weeks. I'm seeing nothing but fucking love for this dude. People swinging off this guy's nuts. As to where, I'm more like, hey man, let's not count the chickens before they hatch. We don't know. This guy's a good kicker, but he hasn't really shown tremendous hands. We haven't seen a lot of his grappling. It seems like he has decent takedown defense, but it's so early in the game to be putting him at 8-1 against even an okay guy like McConico. Make no mistake, the matchmaking is being done like this for a reason. I am going to pick Susurkaev. I do think he get a question mark kick KO or some shit. But there's a lot yet to be seen, right? And I don't think Eric McConico is the guy to make us see those things. But I'm not calling this guy the future champ or something. He seems to have a lot of hype behind him, and he'll have to prove that to me. Against Eric McConico, come on, man. I'll go Susurkaev. Maybe he kicks him in the body and puts him away. -800 the line. Finch is right. The bookies are on the side. He's found out. Plus 575 for McConico. The inside distance for Susurkaev is -350. The knockout is -215. But what I will say is interesting. Plus 700 for Susurkaev to go out and win by submission. Not saying it's a high chance of a submission win, but
He did win by sub in his last fight. McConico was taken down a bit by Cody Brundage. You know, if you're looking for more of a D-gen chase, wouldn't blow my mind if he pulled off a sub and 7-1 odds, but knockout makes the most sense.
Yeah, I'm not going to chase a submission here because he's got this speed and kicking advantage over McConico that just stands out so much. Club and sub is live, sure, but you know, I don't know. At 8-1 though, I'm not betting on this fucking thing. Susurkaev, you know, his at least, like, people want to say he's this great striker. I just narrowly fix in on like that front kick is really nice. He's got some nice weapons with the legs. His hands, you know, I'll be interested to see what he's got with the fisticuffs.
I think he's gonna show out. I like the chances. I was high on him on Contender Series, man, and then getting into the UFC, pulling her off. I'm looking forward to fight number 2. And young dude, 24 years old right now, versus the 35-year-old. Susurkaev W, man. It's minus 800 odds, so it's not like we're sitting here like, oh man, the value on the line. Fuck, man. If he was minus 200, holy shit, that'd be everybody's lock. 800. You know, you got to put him in a couple leg parlay. If you're lucky, 2 legs. Let's keep running. Next fight. Ladies going after it. Angela Hill versus Fatima Kline. Finch, we'll let you break the ladies down first, man.
All right. You know what's funny is I'm interested to hear where you're going to go with this one.
You want me to go first?
AJ gives love to Angela Hill sometimes. You know what I mean? I think they might have something going on the side. I don't really know. Ever since I saw her burp on The Ultimate Fighter, I've been like, hell no, bro. Girls who burp, it's off.
Well, I thought it was farting, man.
It's off. Did she fart or burp?
It was both, I think.
She farted too?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's nasty, bro. I've been with my girl for 16 years. I never heard her fart once. You know what I'm saying? Hell no. That might not be true. Fatima Kline, dude. Fatima Kline puts on a lot of pressure. You know, she's technically sound, man. She looked good against, was it Melissa Martinez? She looked good. She looked good, man. She puts a lot of pressure on. She's got ability to get takedowns, get to the top position. Just seems well-rounded, seems well-trained, well-coached. And she's in her prime, and she's got a lot to prove. And now you're looking at an Angela Hill who's 576 years old. And you know, I think you started to see that against Yasmin Lucindo. She looked 40 finally. Jesus. Against Lucindo, and here she is against, I think, even more talent. You know, Kline's a problem. I think Kline gets through her, bro. Whether it's a decision or finish is more the question for me. I'm going Fatima Kline.
Fatima Kline to win. Same here. No, I think this type of matchup, Angela Hill struggles. Kline's good everywhere. I was high on Fatima Kline making that UFC debut against Jazz Davicius. I like the jiu-jitsu. I think her kicks are solid. The striking seems to be improving at a pretty rapid rate, and she's young. She's got high level potential, 25, and she's also 3 inches taller, 2.5 inches longer. She's a pretty good size straw weight. I like the chances of Fatima Kline showing out in this fight. Does she go out, and if she submits Angela Hill, that's a big deal, but
big statement.
You got to lean towards decision, but Fatima has finished both of her UFC wins. And if she stops an Angela Hill, that right there puts her on a short list of girls, because 115 pounds is a weird weight class right now because Mackenzie Dern at the top, and then there's Suarez. But like Fatima Kline goes out, wins this one, wins another one. You also have, you know, decent prospects like Lucindo as well. You mentioned even Denise Gomes from last week. That's, you know, pretty good prospect in that weight class. Alexia Thayanara. There's some new wave talent moving on up, and I think starting to overlap this old guard, and I think Angela Hill's going to lose to the new talent on the come up, man. I think Kline's good to go.
Short list of girls. Is this Jeffrey Epstein? Who the fuck am I talking to here? I think that Fatima Kline is
trying to get me in trouble over here.
She is the future, man. Oh, he's drinking Diet Coke too. Isn't that Trump's favorite? Damn. Okay.
Wait a second, man.
Oh shit,
listen, dude. You got the Trump impression.
This is getting.
Am I Trump in disguise?
I love Diet Coke and I love Jeffrey Epstein. I have a short list of girls too. No, this is too much. This is too much. I'm just kidding, everybody. There is no evidence that that Donald Trump is a pedophile. You haters, stop it.
Shit.
What the fuck were we talking about? How dare you get me into this? This is my fault. Fatima Kline is Fatima Kline has a lot of runway. I mean, we don't really know how high she can go. I think this is like, title shot material, like top contender material. She really seems to have the complete package. She can grapple. Her striking is tight. She puts pressure on girls. She seems to be mentally tough. I'm a fan.
Yeah, I like her style, man. Big favorite. -500. Plus 385 Hill. Over 2.5. -355. Kline to win a decision is expected at -185. If she were to lock up a finish, I mean, it'd be a big deal, but I don't know. The gambling side of the finish, she knocked Angela Hill out. Hard to do. Her jiu-jitsu solid. Did she lock her into some? Angela Hill is defensively sound. Kline probably on the cards, man.
Yeah, cool Angela Hill is so tough to finish. She's durable. Her takedown defense is pretty solid. Yeah, it would be a tall task, but I'll tell you what, if Kline can finish her, it's a fucking statement. She's got to go out and try to do it.
I'm very excited for this fight. Finchman and I both on the side of Fatima Kline. And I think the old guard Angela Hill getting sent out the rankings after this one right here. We're going young blood on the come up. Let's keep running. Next fight. Pat Sabatini versus Chepe Mariscal. I am twisted on this fight. This is a dog fight right here. They fought once before back in 2018, Victory FC 60. So a long time ago, went to a split decision, competitive fight. First round, Sabatini's wrestling looked good, but Mariscal was actually able to find his way into top position round number 2, round number 3, competitive back and forth. It really was a fight that I felt like rewatching. It could have gone either way. And now we see it in 2025. Both guys on winning streaks, Sabatini 2 in a row. Mariscal, he's yet to lose inside of the UFC. Bro. Chepe Mariscal, Finch used to know Chepe Mariscal back in the day.
He used to work for me.
He used to work for you. Now this guy's fucking crazy, huh?
I was his boss. How about that?
It's funny as fuck. Chepe, go mop the fucking floors. I remember this story, man. He wouldn't show up. There he is. He's gone.
I might have asked him to clean up after a kickboxing class. That might have happened. Yeah.
That's funny as hell. Yesterday, I was twisted. I leaned towards Sabatini. I'm on the fence. If there's any fight on this card, I was saying this during the live stream earlier. I feel like I'm here. I'm like,
really?
I'm like, Chepe could outdog him. Sabatini with the pins from top position, the jiu-jitsu skill, could control and do what he did to Brito. But then there's the element of Mariscal doesn't stop. Then you look at Mariscal's Ricardo Ramos fight, and it's like, he didn't look that good against Ramos, though. And look what Khan Ofli did to Ramos. But then I'm like, yo, did he throw that fight against Khan Ofli after this Dolgarian situation, Mike Finch? I'm a little conspiracy theorist on that one. There's two or three fights this year. I'm a little red flag.
Been a conspiracy theorist. Who you trying to bullshit? You gonna bullshit me? I've been doing this show with you for 3 years. You're gonna tell me now you're gonna become a conspiracy theorist? AJ, you bust out the tinfoil hat. You had it in your drawer the whole time.
Yeah, I do. It depends on the card. I don't know, Finch. What is your take on this fight? I was very excited for today to hear your breakdown of this one.
Chepe got a lot better since joining the UFC. Over these last couple years, you've seen him evolve. I haven't seen the same thing with Pat Sabatini. Pat Sabatini's striking is ass. Pat Sabatini's striking is a fart. He is not dangerous. As to where Chepe thuds. I know Chepe doesn't get people out of there. He's been going to decisions, but he puts his ass behind all of his shots. He's going to bust Pat Sabatini up on the feet. And has Pat Sabatini's wrestling gotten significantly better since their first fight in 2018? I'm going to say no. The wrestling credentials are his base. I think he's more so been working on his striking, and Chepe's been the one who's shown improved wrestling. Chepe's been the one who's shown improved cardio, who's more physically strong now. Look at Chepe in 2018 and look at Chepe in 2025, and you're going to see a boy in 2018. You're going to see a grown-ass man in 2025. I think he's improved leaps and bounds. I think he's going to bust Pat Sabatini the fuck up. Now, Pat Sabatini does have a great wrestling background and have an ability to hold people down. But Chepe in these tie-ups is bullying people, bro. He's the bully, I really believe in his training. I really believe in the leaps and bounds that he's grown in the mixed martial arts game. I was going to say striking and wrestling and isolate them out, but really it's his whole game. He's just a fucking bully in there, and he's bigger than Pat Sabatini. I think you guys will really see that at weigh-ins, and when they get in that cage, Chepe should be able to beat his ass up, bro. I'm feeling the Chepe Mariscal money line here. I am.
After I finished the video, I uploaded it. I swear to God to you, bro, I couldn't sleep last night for a good 30, 40 minutes just thinking about this fight. And I'm thinking in depth about it. I'm like, fuck, Mariscal scrambles. I'm like, did I pick the wrong side? And I felt the same way with Waldo and D'Elia. After the video's up, I'm like, damn, that one might be a fumble. Bro, I've been into pick flip savage mode. If I pick flip on something, it's a fucking lock. So we'll
bro, I feel the same way. When I pick flip, bro, they hit really often.
I think being willing to pick flip is fine. You know, it's like sometimes you have to look at it analytically after. Yeah, I see the dono up in here, man. You want to bring it up, Finch?
I got you.
Oh, shit. PDX Hoya, thank you for $4.99. Line moving in Chepe favor, plus 120 now. Interesting to see he is an underdog as he opened the fight at minus 200. A lot of love on the side of Pat Sabatini. It's weird to me because I feel like a ton of the community leaning towards Chepe. I'm not making any pick flip now, but like, am I pick flipping without saying it? Maybe. Right now, I got to wait. I got to wait one more night. I got to wake up tomorrow and know for sure. I don't want to make a rapid decision here. I want to sleep on it a little longer. Maybe I might go rewatch their first fight one more time, something like that, and then watch Chepe's, past couple. Again, I watched the Damon Jackson one. I watched the fight against Hamosh. I think the fight against Hamosh was maybe one of his worst performances, but I think he's better than that. I think I should probably go watch him thug it out with fucking Charrier, So, yeah, Sabatini's hands worry me, man. The control on top is great, but unless he's pinning him down, it's not. It's the striking is probably jiu-jitsu level. Him and Gordon Ryan in a boxing match intrigues me, actually.
Gordon's hands are pretty bad, dude. Like my neighbor Quentin Rampage Jackson said, he couldn't bust a grape. Okay, and he was talking. Rampage was talking about Forrest Griffin, who beat him. Funny enough. But I don't think Pat Sabatini could bust a grape, dude. I don't. I think Chepe's got a big advantage there. And if Chepe can get to a split decision in the first fight, brother, he's a lot better now. Again, he was working at the gym, right? He used to be one of my kickboxing coaches, and seeing how much he's improved, it's insane. I don't think Pat Sabatini could say the same, bro. And I might have had a problem because I just rewatched Pat Sabatini and Diego Lopez. Diego Lopez stuffing the shot, knocking his ass out. That gave me a bad feeling too. Bro, I swear, I know Chepe didn't finish Damon Jackson, and this ain't Damon Jackson. I know this don't make no sense. I think Chepe finishes him, bro. I think Chepe stuffs him a couple times, starts punching him, and I don't think Pat Sabatini's going to like it.
I like it. Odds for the fight, Chepe's a dog, plus 115. Pat Sabatini, minus 135. Knockout win for Chepe, plus 365, bro. Big money on the KO line.
Isn't that a Morgan Wallen song?
Is it?
365. Then a 8-mile drive. What is it? Then you guys know that song? 865.
I just play the guitar in the background, bro. I don't know nothing.
Bro, I'll pull up the tape. Hold up. 865? Is that the song? By Morgan Wallen? People are like, Mike, what the fuck are you talking about? You guys listen to Morgan Wallen? Am I the only one? Isn't he like the most popular pop country singer?
I never heard of him.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here. 865. I'm tripping. 865.
If it was plus 865,
309 1021. Yeah, one last time. Don't think twice. Just pick it up and come over. Bedroom door a little closer. No, I promise I wouldn't call, and I tried, but this bottle tastes like. Got it? Thank you.
Mike Finch, secretly, we thought he was from Illinois. He's actually from West Virginia.
From what state, AJ? How the fuck did you just say my whole state? Would you just disrespect every Chicagoan? What?
Illinois.
Oh my God, bro. Are you doing that just to piss me the fuck? Are you trying to piss me the fuck off, AJ? The S is silent, motherfucker. We stole that shit from the Native Americans. Okay, it's Illinois. All right. There's no pronounced S. You don't say Arkansas, it's Arkansas. You don't say Illinois, you get dunked on. Okay. Go around saying Illinois in Illinois. You're gonna get in a fucking fight, bro. What are you doing, AJ?
Oh shit.
Illinois, dog.
That's funny as fuck. Illinois Finch to West Virginia Finch.
What you trying to say, bro? I don't have an accent. How y'all doing? That's what y'all want me to do the rest of the show like this, y'all?
Oh shit.
I tell you what, y'all, you come around saying that Illinois shit around here, that ain't gonna fly.
That ain't gonna fly. Finch, you make a good case for Mariscal. I'll be honest with you. It's hard for me to stay on the Sabatini pick. I regretted it right after. I swear to God, bro. I was recording the video. I was thinking, I'm like, do I just restart this fucking video after I picked Sabatini? But I said, no. I said, finish it out. I said, sleep on it, make sure. So we'll see what goes down. We'll see what magic I can cook up, man. I still got plenty of time. And we'll see tomorrow how I feel. Let's see.
That is true. This is one to sleep on for you. Yeah. Run it.
Let's go. Next fight on the card, we have Kyle Daukaus versus Gerald Meerschaert. Listen, the GM3 sub train at one point, it was the shit, but I can't do it. Not against the southpaw and Kyle Daukaus, who's long, with solid grappling defense, who just knocked out Michel Pereira. And when Meerschaert just getting destroyed by Nickal Oleksiejczuk and Meerschaert failing 8 takedowns against Brad Tavares in the fight before, I just can't do that. I think Kyle Daukaus is en route to getting a knockout, man. I got to favor the hands. I think he could avoid the takedowns for sure. Maybe even get on top. And PDX Hoya is dropping 49.99. Asia just flipped to Chepe. More dog. More importantly, more improvement. Undefeated in the UFC. Denver cardio. Listen. Give me one more day. Okay? I got this week's best MMA bets that I'm working on. Maybe I'll cook up some magic. The locks, the pick flips have been lock worthy. So, maybe I'll do something crazy. We'll see what happens. Thank you, PDX, for $49.99, dog.
Yeah, big time one, PDX. We appreciate that. Yo, I like that AJ didn't get bought there, though. You guys saw that? He's like, yo, I'm donating to this politician right now. I need you to do this for me, bro. I need the EV mandate, dog. We need the EV mandate back. Okay, you got it? He goes, let me sleep on it. I respect that. Thank you, PDX Hoya. You're a gem. You're a fucking gem. Look, man, Daukaus looked impressive. He looked good. I know it was Michel Pereira, who's a striker, and now he's up against a jiu-jitsu guy. But, man, he went out there and starched Michel Pereira 43 seconds into the first round. It was pretty fucking impressive. Blonde Daukaus is an issue, man. I think Kyle Daukaus can go out there and do it against GM3. I just did this pick. I did my full card predictions right before this on my channel, and somebody commented like, that's your boy. You're going to do that to GM3. That's your boy. I have to tell you guys the truth. And the truth is that GM3 is towards the end of his career. He's not going to be more durable now. He's not going to be showing big leaps and bounds and improvements. That would be surprising. I'm all here for it, but he's got 50 something fights. I mean, he's fucking super experienced as a professional. I think it's Kyle Daukaus's time. I think Gerald Meerschaert is kind of like, Hail Mary subs, and Kyle Daukaus has the real game. That time he spent outside of the UFC, I think, really counted for something. He came back better, and I'm going to go with another well-improved guy. I talked about Chepe's improvements. Well, Kyle Daukaus did the same fucking thing. Kyle Daukaus knockout.
Let's go. I like it, Finch. I like it a lot. Looking at Kyle Daukaus to win, -350. They got him covered. Big favorite. But the knockout prop for Kyle Daukaus is +215. +215. Why -350? But they're giving us a knockout prop at more than 2-to-1 odds. That surprises me. I thought the knockout prop would be more like +140. Does he go out and win by submission? The sub line is only +300. I think knockout makes the most sense. I'm excited for this fight, man. I really feel as though Finch, I know Meerschaert's your boy, but I really think
go ahead.
He's past that best day.
Yeah, we gotta say it
in a row. It's been looking worse, man. And that fucking Oleksiejczuk fight, it's not like that was 5 months ago. That was what, 3 months ago? And now you go against Daukaus coming off a knockout of Michel Pereira, who's a destroyer of worlds.
Yeah,
give me Daukaus, man, all day.
Bro, anytime I post the show up on my fucking Instagram channel, it's Patchy Mix and Gerald Meerschaert looking at my story, and I'm like, man, I didn't say nothing good about Gerald or Patchy on this show. You know what I mean? It's like, God damn it. But it is what it is. We got to tell the truth. And the truth is that this is a much better striker. This is a guy who's going to go out there hunting, and I think he will get a kill.
Agreed. Finchman and I both on the Daukaus side. I'm happy to see it. Let's keep running. Next fight on the card, we have Malcolm Wellmaker versus Cody Haddon. Haddon replacing Surrey City. Not like overnight, had a few weeks to prepare. He's been out for a year. Last W for him was against Dan Argueta. And now he takes on Mr. Hands himself. Malcolm Wellmaker definitely is one of the most highly touted prospects right now in this bantamweight division. He's got big power in both hands with a God-given gift of accuracy and speed. Right now, he's 2-0 in the UFC and violently knocked out Cameron Simon in the debut and then violently knocked out Chris Moutinho. I think Cody Haddon is at a clear strike disadvantage. But I must say, Cody Haddon's wrestling's not bad, man. He's got some takedown threats. He's a pressure forward type of style, and he's not afraid to bang. The worry, though, on the side of Cody Haddon, if Wellmaker is able to stay moving at the speed that he normally does and pick some shots off, Haddon defensively in the stand-up, there's worries. He gets hit. I think he's a little stiff on the inside. He comes in a little over-aggressive, even overshooting at times where I can see counters for Wellmaker. I think there's a chance that Haddon could get desperate for the takedowns, which I think would be a big red flag, and Wellmaker would probably end up like teeing off on him and just sending a home run coming his way. I think I got to go Wellmaker by KO, but we don't know how Wellmaker's wrestling defense looks at, a UFC level. I definitely think he's got cardio. He fought Taylor Moore in a 5-rounder outside of the UFC, so it's not like he hasn't gone past a round before. I think we're going to see Wellmaker live up to the hype, but I have to say, there's respect on my side for Cody Haddon. Beating Dan Argueta is impressive, I think, and I feel as though his wrestling game is pretty strong, but I don't think he's going to be able to buzzsaw through Wellmaker and beat him up from top. I'm going to go Wellmaker to find that chin and KO him.
Beating Dan Argueta, but not getting a finish over Dan Argueta. And Dan Argueta is not much for striking. He's, a physically strong dude. And my neighbor, he's over there in Costa Mesa training with Cub Swanson. But not, I am not impressed. I'm not blown away by, I think like a Cameron Simon win is far superior to like a fucking, a Daniel Argueta win. So, Cody Haddon's fought Billy Brand, who he strangled on Contender Series, and then got that decision over Dan Argueta. Beyond that, what was his last fight? Was against the 9-7, 19-12, 1-1. He hasn't really fought anybody. As to where at least Malcolm Wellmaker has the Cameron Simon knockout. Like the Cameron Simon knockout stands out to me. Chris Moutinho was kind of served on a platter. But I've got more confidence in the finishing ability of a Wellmaker than I do a Haddon. Haddon can get aggressive. He can make it a fight. It's definitely interesting, right? Haddon's in this thing. But I'm going to give a slight lean to Wellmaker. I assume he's the favorite.
Wellmaker is currently sitting at a -160 favorite. Haddon plus 145. Actually, they just moved the line. -170 now for Wellmaker. We also got a dono in here. Rhett Robbins, thank you for $19.99. Finally fixed my name on here. Used to be Jeff Cooper. Let's go, boys. Could be card of the year here. Can't wait. I think it will be W, my friend. Let's go.
Your name is Yoda. That's Yoda right there, bro. I don't know. Rhett Robbins. I know him as Yoda or the little one's Grogu. All right. So I don't know what you're talking about with this Rhett Robbins stuff. Thank you for the $20, bro. Let's fucking go. I agree. I'm more so like talking. I phrase it as like, this is the best fight of the year. Islam Makhachev versus, I was about to say Dricus du Plessis, bro. Islam Makhachev, Dricus du Plessis is crazy. Islam Makhachev versus Jack Della Maddalena. Come on, bro. Like if I could see any fucking fight this whole year, it's this one.
Yeah, agreed. That's the fight of the year by far. I like Wellmaker's chances, man. -160 on the line, not bad odds, or -170 now. If he goes out and gets the knockout, it's +185. I think Haddon's hittable. He's busted up against Dan Argueta. That's a red flag. And I don't like the way he enters the pocket stiff. I really don't think he's any match for Wellmaker in the striking. And unless Wellmaker really can't wrestle worth fuck, and we find out that he's got no ground game, he should be good to go.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know about a -160 you said. I think that might be a little too much love. There's still more to find out. I like his finishing ability. He's got a little bit of hype on him, which I think helps him here. It's a big opportunity for Haddon, though. Haddon's a good striker, dude. It's a fun one. I don't know. I might not bet on this thing.
Let's go. Well, we both going Wellmaker to get it done, though. Finchman and I both picking the blue chip prospect who seems to have the goods to make something special of himself, and I'm looking forward to it. Let's keep running. Next fight on the card. We got the ladies going after it. Erin Blanchfield versus Tracy Cortez. I don't need to break this thing down. You guys know Erin Blanchfield. I think she's one of the more confident picks on the card for me. I feel like she's going to be able to get that revenge on Tracy Cortez. She was a baby when they first fought at 19. I thought she could have got that decision. I went back and watched their fight in Invicta. I feel like Tracy Cortez stand-up is okay. She definitely can box a little bit, but usually has the wrestling advantage.
Yeah,
not this time. And definitely not the jiu-jitsu advantage.
Exactly.
She was nearly caught in some arm bars the first time they fought, Mike. I feel as though Blanchfield is pissed right now. The Macy Barber situation, pulls out right as they're about to walk out, doesn't get to fight. She's coming into this fight also now. Hey, revenge against a girl that got a testy decision against her. Blanchfield might be taking a neck or an arm home with her at the end of this shoulder. I think she's coming out with a fucking chip on her shoulder. And with Blanchfield, you can't hurt her. She walks through punches. She got a good chin, got a thick jaw, throws decent shots. Strike is not it. But the takedown game, the wrestling threat, the jiu-jitsu skills, I think Blanchfield handles Tracy Cortez. I would like to see her pull off a submission. She is normally violence first, but it's not that she can't go out and dominate for 3 rounds, embrace the grind, wrestle hard, push her pace, and beat Tracy Cortez up a bit. I think Blanchfield should be one of the locks of the card.
You know, Blanchfield's striking's not good. So that's my only issue here. Her jiu-jitsu should be much better than Tracy Cortez. I don't think I can overstate this. You know, she's blue basement. That's like Team Henzo Gracie, Team John Danaher. We're talking about world-class jiu-jitsu that she brings, and she implements it well with some pretty good wrestling. Now, Tracy Cortez maybe a little bit better of a pure wrestler, but like, does she want to go there? She probably tries to keep it on the feet. And last time she did that, Rose Namajunas punched her eyelash off. Now, this is not Rose Namajunas, you know, but if you look at how they performed against her, you know, Blanchfield was able to win. Cortez lost that fight. I'm not trying to do MMA math here. I do think that Blanchfield is hungry. You're right. She didn't get to fight this year, which sucks because she hasn't been that active, Blanchfield, as of late. But you know, she wanted to fight Macy Barber. She had every intention of going out there, and we both had her. So I think that was about to be cooked. With this one, you know, the wrestling matchup is interesting. I do think they probably have a competitive close fight. I'm not going to call a submission, but I do think that when they start grappling, Blanchfield is going to find her positions. When they start striking, you're going to see not enough talent on the side of Tracy Cortez to make the difference. Give me Erin Blanchfield of decision.
Let's go. The Blanchfield off train for the dub at -240 on the money line, with Cortez at +205. If Blanchfield goes out and wins a decision, which, you know, makes the most sense as a first call, -150. If she does find a sub, +525. You know, it's a reach to say that she's definitely going to go out and win by sub. By no means am I pushing that, but I'd like to see it. It'd be hype. But I think she could end up winning the positional battle, outworking Tracy Cortez and taking a clean decision home. And she's definitely one of the girls on the short list as far as potential title challengers heading into 2026. And I look forward to watching some more. I like Blanchfield's style a lot, dude.
Yeah, AJ's been a fan. He put the OV at the end of her name, bro. AJ put it in with his dogs, you know. If AJ loves anybody, they're gonna get the OV on the end of the name. You know, that's how AJ doles it out. And Erin Blanchfield is impressive. I mean, she is definitely very noteworthy. You know, Tracy Cortez is on fire too, though. It's a big fight for her too. Major fight for the division. You know, Tracy Cortez has a lot of star power. She's a beautiful woman. But I don't think that'll make the difference, right? And she better not be wearing those fake fucking eyelashes, bro.
Oh, she will be, bro.
No fake eyelashes. No.
Every fight she wears the fake lashes.
Look at these things. Look how long these fucking things are. 100% real. Okay, that's the real deal. That bullshit. That bullshit right there, fake. Okay, that's some California bullshit right there. All right. So you got to keep it real, especially in a real fight. Jesus Christ, you got your fucking fake eyelash stabbing you in the eye. What are we doing?
I was always under the impression they were real until they got knocked out against Doug Rose, because I didn't know you could fight with fake lashes in. I didn't know that was allowed.
They're not checking. You know, they check you if you have Vaseline on. which why would Tracy Cortez have Vaseline on? Too far. They check if they check if you got a weapon, but they're not checking fake eyelashes.
Guess so. She'll probably come with fake lashes, bro. $5 from Casual Degenerate. Look at this guy. Thank you for all the work you put in, AJ. And please thank Mr. Padilla when you guys talked this Wednesday. Taco by KO was plus 433. Let's go. Hey, you guys will be in chat. I will be live for it. So you guys can come in. I'll be taking questions from the chat. We'll have a nice conversation. I'm very excited to chop it up with Taco Padilla. It's been long awaited by the community. And yeah, I'm pumped. Thank you for the $5, brother.
Let's go. Yeah, nasty bad weight cut for Ismail Bone Fiend. Goes out there and gasses. Taco Padilla did it right, man. Taco Padilla did it right.
Let's go. Taco Padilla, the savage. Blanchfield to win. The call for me. The call for the Finch. Let's keep jumping. Next fight on the card. Roman Kopylov versus Gregory Rodrigues. We need a Finchman certified breakdown right here. Let's hear it.
Gregory Rodrigues has a lot of similarities to Borshchev. He's a big motherfucker. He throws heavy shots. He likes to come forward. He's going to hit you hard. But for some reason, I think that Roman Kopylov could put a fucking jab on him, dude. Roman Kopylov's good. He's got good kickboxing, good kicks, got a good chin. He's in shape. He's young. He's hungry. He's a lot of things that you're looking for. And in that big cage, I think he could play a little bit of bull and matador with RoboCop, hit him and move. A RoboCop pick here is not crazy. I said on my other show that I finished before this, which I never do. It's really weird to have already done the full card pick show and then come on with you. I feel nice and prepared, though. Is that, hey, man, I'm not trying to talk anybody out of RoboCop. If you think RoboCop's going to storm him down and clock him with some shit, go for it. I trust in the chin. I trust in the cardio. I trust in the speed. And I do think that Roman Kopylov could turn a corner here and get a pretty close decision against a big, strong, powerful, but aging RoboCop.
Hey, YouTube Addict, thank you for the $10. Good call on Taco, fellas. Let's go. Thank you, YouTube Addict, for the 10. We appreciate you, dog. Listen, Finch, I have to push back, though. RoboCop, as old as he looks, he's younger than Roman Kopylov by a year. Kopylov looks like he's still 25. He's 34.
One of these Brazilian ages thing, bro. Are you serious?
Maybe he's 40, but, they lied on the fucking birth certificate. Investigate.
Yeah,
I'm curious.
Shout out to my boy Arthur. My boy Arthur, he's this Russian genius scientist, okay? Just like in the James Bond movies, okay? He's the evil mad scientist. He's biology, deals with biology. He needs to do like the actual biological age test for these two. No fucking way he's younger. Really?
I know. You wouldn't think so. I mean, Kopylov looks young as hell. Babyface Kopylov versus grandfather, kind of the Nogueira vibe that RoboCop has. Looks a lot older than
RoboCop's 33. RoboCop's son is 33. How the fuck is he 33? That is crazy.
I know.
Yeah, I figured Roman Kopylov was 34. Wow. Okay. I stand corrected.
It's interesting, this fight, though, because distance striking for Kopylov, long range, sharp, good stiff jab, nice kicker, good movement. I think that Gregory Rodrigues needs to fight in the red zone, inside fighting, dog fighting close, throwing big shots. I think RoboCop does a good job of striking with blitzes as opponents are towards the cage. I think that he has a decent ability to cut them off, press backwards. And as he does get them backed up against the cage, that's when he tends to drop the big barrages. I can see him landing some nice looping shots on Kopylov. I'm curious to see if he shows the MMA tools. I think for Gregory Rodrigues, good strategy would be looking to use that physicality advantage, get the fight to the ground, control a bit. Gregory Rodrigues is a lot bigger, 6'3" to 6 foot. The reach is identical. And I don't know how the fuck Gregory Rodrigues makes 185. He looks like he could easily be a UFC light heavyweight. I'm thinking we're going to see RoboCop's size and jiu-jitsu factor into the fight. And I also think the punch power. But I don't think it's crazy because if Kopylov keeps him at range, we've seen RoboCop stung with straights. We've seen him knocked out before. He's a guy that takes a lot of chances. And when you take those big chances, there's times that you end up on the wrong side of him and, are looking up at the lights. So we shall find out. That fucking knockout against Jack Hermanson last time, though, was terrifying for RoboCop, riding some momentum into this one.
Yeah, RoboCop could put you. I mean, he's a massive athletic dude, but not the lightest on his feet. And there is a certain finesse to Roman Kopylov that I like. So I see jabs and calf kicks, but it's a fucking fight. I mean, yeah, RoboCop's a formidable opponent, and anything can happen in this one.
Minus 160 for RoboCop to plus 140 for Kopylov. KO win for the side of Kopylov is plus 185. Whereas for RoboCop, it's plus 275. Interesting. The Kopylov knockout is less for the underdog here. The over 1.5 minus 145, which you could definitely sweat. Not crazy if it goes over 1.5, though, especially if they're engaged in the clinch a bit. RoboCop's wrestling. Kopylov's looking to manage distance. It's one of those fights, man. I think sit back, enjoy, and watch the violence. Are you considering the dog side betting wise of Kopylov? You like him more as a straight pick?
Considering's the right word, but I have not. I have multiple bets out on this card. I have not bet Roman Kopylov. One of the things I like is that he gets the big cage, right? They're in New York, so he can move left, move right, use that big cage a little bit because he's in there with a bear. This is like a polar bear coming at him,
Yeah.
Fucking one of those giant sloths, you know what I mean? Just boom, boom. Gregory Rodrigues is a powerhouse. I think if he could be a little bit cagey, he can he can make RoboCop miss. I haven't bet on it, no.
Respect. Hey, PDX saying for $4.99. Thumbs up to Finch for not leaning to the better jiu-jitsu guy this time.
What do I always go for the jiu-jitsu guy?
That's what they say.
I don't think that's true.
Say.
Did you hear me say Kyle Daukaus is going to knock out Gerald Meerschaert? Are you ready for this Bo Nickal versus Rodolfo Vieira pick? I don't always pick the jiu-jitsu guy, PDX. How dare you, PDX? Thank you for the $5.
Thank you, PDX. Let's keep running. Let's jump to our feature prelim where I think Mike Finch, I mean, the community has guessed that you're going out Rodolfo Vieira lock of the card.
Yeah, what the fuck?
You see him hit a rear naked strangle and that's it,
What are we talking about here? How many times are they going to give Bo Nickal a jiu-jitsu guy? Like, we have to watch this again. We saw him, coast to a boring decision against Paul Craig. He goes out against a high level jiu-jitsu game in RDR and gets smoked, and now they're going to give him another jiu-jitsu guy. It's like, Jesus, give him some strikers. Let's see Bo's wrestling, So again, they put him in the situation where he's got to defend the takedowns. I hate the matchups for Bo. I do. I think it tends to lean Bo to be like a little bit boring, and the fans are going to like not take to that so much as to where you put him against, a striker, whoever, pick a name. Then he'll pick him up in the air and slam him. And they're like, oh, here's the D1, all-American, fucking super high level college wrestler. So another jiu-jitsu guy matchup. I don't know about that one, Sean Shelby, wherever you are in the comments section. We always got Sean somewhere around here. I don't know about that one, Sean Shelby McMaynard, but I'll go with Bo Nickal, boring decision.
I'm going Bo Nickal too. Rodolfo Vieira is coming off the win against Trayshawn Gore, where he showed decent stand-up, but it's Trayshawn Gore. I have not forgotten him getting out kickboxed by Andre Petroski. I also think on the side of Bo Nickal, it'd be nice to see him let some hammers fly. It'd be nice to see him get aggressive and knock Rodolfo Vieira out. It'd be cool to see him be the first guy to knock Vieira out. I'd like to see it. I know. I worry it's going to be a fucking snoozer. It's going to be the Paul Craig fight reran. But if he can put together some punches, I mean, Rodolfo Vieira was dropped by Cody Brundage. If Nickal catches him with a big hook, Rodolfo Vieira a little bit on the stiffer side. Nickal is not fearful of Rodolfo Vieira's grappling at all because he's not going to be taken down by him. The only way this fight goes to the ground is if Bo Nickal gets knocked down or somehow slips or somehow takes down Vieira and chooses to engage in his world. I really think, though, Bo Nickal should be a little more aggressive here as he has Rodolfo Vieira towards the cage. I think he should let some big punches fly. I'd like to see Bo Nickal be confident in his power a bit. Against Renier de Ridder was bad. The Paul Craig fight was mid. I do think Nickal wins. I'm feeling like the boring decision is possible, but like I feel as though there's a chance that Nickal can rise to the occasion here and supersede the expectations that were, probably laid out now. Because let's be honest, man, Bo Nickal came to the UFC with some hype, but he already has some quiet haters. Like people were preying on his downfall. He lost that Dorita fight. Everybody's like, he's trash. This is that. He goes out and wins a snooze fest here. He's definitely not winning back any fans. But if he flatlines Rodolfo Vieira, which he could, I think that'd be big for his career. It definitely show evolution in his striking. Not easy to do, though. I mean, Rodolfo Vieira's, struck with Chris Curtis and got kickboxed up, but didn't get knocked out. So you got to respect the Rodolfo Vieira chin, but it'd be nice to see Nickal KO him. I'm hoping Nickal knocks him out. I think there's a chance that Nickal catches him with an overhand. I think there's a chance that he puts a pressure based game plan together on the feet.
I mean, this ain't Torres Finney.
I know.
I've seen Rodolfo Vieira gas out before. Like if you think back to the time he got submitted by Hernandez, Fluffy Hernandez was able to just get him huffing and puffing, keep grinding. That would be a cool game plan from Bo. I would love to see Bo get back to wrestling. In the meantime, in between after the RDR fight, he went and did some wrestling matches. He did paid wrestling matches, like strapped the singlet up and got back out there. Okay, maybe we go into the wrestling roots. I think that would be good here. I think that it's pretty hard to implement jiu-jitsu and mixed martial arts when it's pure jiu-jitsu, honestly. You really have to couple it with some superior, wrestling to get the positions, or, it's very, how many guys do you see like who could just kind of fall on their back and find submissions? Like I can count them on a hand, as to where, Walter Walker's been one of them. But Rodolfo Vieira hasn't really shown me that. So I think the submission risk is there, but not too high. And then, Bo with an edge in the striking. Rodolfo Vieira, not a very talented striker, shown durability, but sometimes gas is out. That's another way Bo can get him out of there. Again, AJ, I would like to see it. I would. I'm not expecting it. I think Bo decision.
Minus 230 for the Bo show, plus 195 for Vieira. Decision win for Bo Nickal sits at plus 140. Knockouts plus 250. Yeah, probably
Bo Burnham. When you said Bo show, Bo Burnham flashback. Anybody who hasn't seen the Bo Burnham Netflix special that he did during COVID, it's just it's the funniest thing I've ever watched. So if you want to see the Bo show, go check that shit out.
There we go. We're going Bo Nickal. Feature prelim spot. Hopefully it's a worthwhile fight and he shows out. Can you imagine Rodolfo Vieira chins him? That's it. Like I'm telling you, Vieira wins, we might never see Bo Nickal fight again. It could be the end. It could be the end.
He hangs it up. His ego's too big, bro. Nah, he keeps running it. Maybe we get him over at Lights Out. Maybe you could headline a Lights Out show for us. That would be sick.
Holy shit. That's I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see. I think he beats Rodolfo Vieira though. So Bo Nickal, the call for me, the call for the Finch. Let's jump to the main card opener. If you guys are watching and enjoying the show, make sure you hit that damn like button. All right, run them up crazy. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe too. We got Beneil Dariush versus Benoit Saint Denis. I like this matchup here. I'm going with Benoit Saint Denis to get past Beneil Dariush because of Finchman putting his thumbs down. I think he's on the opposite side. He's maybe going Beneil Dariush. BD versus BSD. All right. I'm going with the guy with the extra fucking letter in the name there, the abbreviation. Let me tell you this. I feel as though Beneil Dariush's grappling is real good. Strong takedowns, high-level control. Beneil Dariush is positionally sound. And I picked him against Money Moicano, and it was a great call. He did get dropped by a shot against Money Moicano, and I'm very fearful of the BSD chin when you have an aggressive guy like Benoit Saint Denis pressuring forward, throwing big shots, throwing with reckless abandon, good clinch fighting, always like never losing faith, always coming forward. Even the Money Moicano fight. Go back and rewatch Moicano Saint Denis. I had Moicano as a savage underdog lock that card. And Moicano fucked him up on the ground and got a doctor stoppage. But up until that doctor stoppage, BSD is starting to find his range. BSD is starting to put it on Moicano a bit. So there's no quit in Benoit Saint Denis. And I think the grappling is going to be interesting because is Dariush just going to be positionally dominant throughout? I have a hard time seeing him just buzzsawing through Saint Denis' ground game and mauling him there. I think if they're in the dirty boxing, turns into a little bit of a dog fight, I think Benoit Saint Denis can land some nasty shots and close. I'm going to go with the Benoit Saint Denis knockout side, and I think he's riding the high of that hoofy win, and I think he's putting a little bit of a chinny Benny out cold in this spot.
Does this look like Mauricio Rufy to you, dog? This is the exact opposite. We're talking about a guy who out-grappled Renato Moicano. What did Renato Moicano do to Benoit Saint Denis? Oh, yeah, he pimped him out, like pimp my ride. He fucking slapped the shit out of him, dude. That was a one-sided ass whooping, and Renato Moicano was swinging the hammer. Renato Moicano was able to mount him and just dominate him. Beneil Dariush is great to getting those positions. Beneil Dariush is one of the best grapplers in the UFC, low-key, maybe high-key. I've been peeped that you like me. That's a Drake line. I went to the gym, okay, 2 weeks ago. I went to King's MMA Anaheim because Beneil Dariush's fighter Renato Valente was headlining Lights Out 28. And so guess what I got to see? I got to watch Beneil Dariush do live rounds with another UFC fighter in the gym. And I'll tell AJ off air, I ain't going to rat that UFC fighter out. But Beneil Dariush was whooping his ass, okay? And this other UFC fighter is pretty good. Beneil Dariush is a tremendous grappler, like unbelievable in some situations. You know, you throw a whizzer on him, he'll push in you, you push back, and he fucking sweeps you. Like, he combines jiu-jitsu and wrestling in a beautiful way. Much better than Benoit Saint Denis, who's pretty bread and butter with the jiu-jitsu. Now, with the striking, Benoit Saint Denis is a marauder. Benoit Saint Denis goes to war. They just sound that fucking, and then it's just, you know, he's an orc in two towers running at Helm's Deep. My man just goes into battle. But that's not necessarily the best way to fight Beneil Dariush. I think the people that get stupid with Beneil Dariush start going for it, start hunting for his chin like crazy. They're the ones who get tagged. Who's that kid who he knocked out? It's the famous reaction from the desk.
BSD? Drakkar Close.
Drakkar Close. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, the famous photo. The meme. You know, it's like you start coming at him throwing stupid shit, you get knocked out. I know he looks like he's 80. He's only 36 years old. He looks great in training from what I got to see one day. I think that Beneil Dariush out-grapples Benoit Saint Denis. I do. I think he comes through as the underdog here. I think that he's going to get to good positions on him. You know, when they start exchanging in the grappling, the more that Benoit Saint Denis engages with him there, the more he's going to get, tied up. And he's shown questionable fight IQ before. Now, with that being said, Benoit Saint Denis, the God of War, did bounce back nicely against Kyle Prepolek and Mauricio Rufy, but this ain't fucking Kyle Prepolek or Mauricio Rufy. You're talking about a high-level grappler, the likes of which is rare to see in the UFC. Who has beaten him? Arman Sarukian, fucking the A level of the division has beaten him. I'm not going to trust in Benoit Saint Denis after going through a gaping hole in the game of Mauricio Rufy. I do think Beneil Dariush submits him, bro. Beneil Dariush strangles him.
Shout out to Joey Hemingway. AJ, I respect you, but Finch, let's get paid, baby boy. I have to get back into premium after this Saturday. Joey Hemingway. And he's back in premium. Thank you for $49.
Let's go, Joey. Let's get you back, bro. We've been eating over in premium channel. Last week, we hit Taco Padilla. We hit the parlay, which was Jacqueline Cavalcanti, and he beat Miles Johns, the Mexican striker. Daniel Marcos. Previous week, we're winning. So we've been up in premium channel. Get your ass back in there, bro. Just DM at Mike Finch Show. T will get you in. All right. That's where I drop my favorite bets, and I love my premium people. Appreciate you, Joey.
Hey, Joey Hemingway. I'll tell you this about the Moicano comparisons. What I say is you have BSD fighting. I can't afford to lose Moicano. Dariush,
I cannot.
The title fight lost Moicano.
Lose.
He could afford to lose that one. He didn't have that same grit against Dariush. He could afford to lose.
Fell off after one Islam.
He's one of the biggest streamers in Brazil right now. From MMA, he's like the MMA guru of Brazil. I'm telling you.
We get more views than him on this show. What the fuck?
His Brazilian channel is different, bro. He's live Brazilian every day. Channel. In Portuguese, yeah.
He's got a different channel in Portuguese?
Yeah. That's
Who has more subscribers, you or him?
I think his is big. I can double check. Renato Moicano. Let's find out. I'm pretty sure he's got a big channel, bro. In Portuguese, man. His English-speaking channel was not the same. Let's see. Yeah. I'm seeing 225,000 subscribers, bro.
You got 226. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. All right. Okay.
He's
All right,
streaming like a
AJ,
madman,
get your
bro.
shit together, AJ. What the fuck, AJ? Who's grinding on this all day? The pro fighter or you? You're the fucking one who's buckled in, guys.
I don't speak
if not all
Portuguese, man. I'd
200
corner the market if I did.
That's
I'd be
true.
collabing with him if I did.
That's true. That's true. Hey, we're good at this shit, guys. Subscribe to my boy AJ. All right. So he's more focused on that than fighting Beneil Dariush. I don't know, man. I hear you. I think Benoit Saint Denis is a goddamn warrior. Like, what can I say about Benoit Saint Denis? Motherfucker is going in there, kill or be killed. I think he's getting killed.
Let's go. Listen, looking at the betting lines for the fight, let's check it all out. Okay. Finchman on Dariush at plus 160, minus 185 for Benoit Saint Denis. You got the underdog here, Mike Finch. Is this the savage dog to consider? There he is.
If you want to see my bets, DM at Mike Finch Show on Instagram. My guy T will get you in there, and we do well on Dog of the Week. You know, we do well on Dog. We hit a plus 119 parlay last week, and you know, we'll be I'll be dropping those bets tonight. AJ, maybe you take a look yourself.
I know, might have to. Listen, I got a hunch for the Finch man's call, and I respect him going Dariush. I respect him seeing the grappling skills. I'm gonna have faith in BSD. I'm gonna go BSD. I think he's coming through. He's young.
Why does BSD sound like a disease? It sounds like a sexually transmitted disease, you know?
I thought it sounded like BDSM. I mean, it is, right? One more letter. Benoit Saint Denis, Moicano, B. That's it.
What's that Rihanna song?
I don't know that Rihanna song. What Rihanna song is it? It's
based off of that acronym. It's based off of that. Whips and chains. I like, you know. Somebody drop the Rihanna song for AJ so we can.
I don't know the Rihanna song. No.
Are we gonna get flagged if I play it?
Yes.
I can't play it.
No, I can't do music. Yeah, I know. I can sing. We can sing.
Fuck it. Trust me, it exists. Okay.
All right. Finchman going Beneil Dariush. I'm going Mr. BSD Beneil versus.
It's called S&M. It's called S&M. Nah. Come on.
Finch is out for this song.
These lyrics are not coming back to me. I'm like reading these lyrics. I'm like, fuck is she talking about? All right. Shit. We went off roading there. I'll get back on the road and just say Beneil Dariush submission.
Let's go. Let's keep running up the card. All right. Next fight. It's a fun one. Leon Edwards versus Carlos Prates. I'm going with Carlos Prates to win this fight. I like the stand-up. I like the kickboxing skills, the Muay Thai base, but really I like the consequence of strike. Leon Edwards is a tactical and precise kickboxer who's good at outpointing opponents, whereas Prates is the damage. Big shots in all areas. He's dangerous, whether it's knees to the body or his elbows. We saw a spinning elbow last fight. His punches are very deadly. Also, his kicks, pretty dangerous. That calf kick, a dangerous element. I'm interested to see if the calf kick is implemented here more often because it's the battle of southpaws between Leon Edwards and Carlos Prates. The momentum on Leon is very low right now, having lost 2 in a row. Granted, to elite guys, you know, Bilal Muhammad, Sean Brady. These are not bad losses, but there's moments, man, where Edwards is frustrated in fights, and then he seems to find ways to turn up, even against Kamaru Usman in their rematch when he landed the head kick. I mean, he was seemingly losing confidence in himself in moments and then found a miraculous shot with a great setup and gathered it all together. I like the power of Prates. I like the aggressive and violence-based striking style. I think Carlos Prates can win this fight. I think he can hurt Leon Edwards. You saw Nate Diaz hurt Leon Edwards in the 5th round of their fight. And I think Leon Edwards has not really fought a power striker like Prates in the UFC. Now, of course, Prates has not fought a Leon Edwards, but he did fight against Ian Gary, and granted, he lost. Ian Gary was able to win the earlier rounds, and then Prates late in the fight, the cigarette smoker having the cardio in big moments at the end. I think Prates is going to be able to beat Leon Edwards. Potential for a knockout or even a hard-fought decision, but I think Prates is going to end up hurting Leon at some point, and I'm going to go Prates to get the finish here.
You got to pull it out of the fire, Leon. You got to pull it out of the fire, son. Last time he was like, shut the fuck up, bro. I ain't pulling it out of the fucking fire. You know what I mean? This guy's a millionaire. This guy's a balding millionaire. He don't want it no more, folks. Leon ain't serious. You know, I listened to his coach here. And his coach is going, you know, we're training him for 3 rounds this time. So we're going to have him pick up the pace. He's going to be able to go hard all 3 rounds. We're completely changing it. Yeah, in theory, that sounds great. You could lead the horse to water. I don't think it's drinking, bro. I don't think it's going to drink. I think Leon Edwards, the dog that was in him, has, you know, it got a fucking shampoo bath. It's sleeping in silk sheets. Sleeping in silk sheets. You know, hard to go run in the morning when your alarm goes off and you're laying there in silk sheets. And I think Leon Edwards is cooked, bro. I think Carlos Prates, he's going to be able to put some big knees, some big kicks on him. You're right. Take the calf. I think take the body, bro. It would be interesting to see sort of how they clash in the clinch, because I could just see Carlos Prates being a bully there. Leon Edwards doesn't really have the capabilities to put Prates where Ian Gary did. Like well, he did shoot a takedown on Camaro, didn't he?
He got him down in the fight.
Tomorrow? Yeah, that would be interesting. It would be interesting to see him polish off some of the grappling. I doubt it, bro. I doubt it. They'll probably just be a boring striking bout. That's probably what he's going to pitch. And then Carlos Prates is going to come out there and just be a bad man. You know what I'm saying? I may be bad, but I'm perfectly good at it. Sex in the air. That's the Rihanna song. Thank you, Cool Breezy. We got it. I'm going to go with Carlos Prates via knockout, something to the body.
Yeah. I think Prates very live for the finish too. I feel like Leon's past it. I'm in agreement with Finch there. And he hasn't fought a danger threat like this who's bringing violence to him as well. This is a tough matchup. I don't see Leon outstriking him. And Prates' grappling defense is good. Yeah. Stops takedowns well. I think Carlos Prates, this is his showcase chance. And if he goes out and finishes a Leon Edwards, this is a big fucking deal. And he's definitely on, a short list of contenders to keep an eye on here in a stacked 170-pound division. I mean, welterweight right now is absolutely on fire. Looking at the odds for the fight, Prates is a 2-1 favorite. Edwards plus 170. I can't bring myself to go an Edwards dog side. I know some folks might be like, oh, but, former champ, what if, this, and that. I don't want to compare it to Mayra Bueno Silva. It's not the same, but there is that element of Edwards getting in his head, which is just a red flag to me, especially against a guy that brings consequence with every strike that he throws.
Yeah, he's a finisher. I think, normally Leon in the big cage is a good thing because he's evasive, but I like Carlos Prates at range here too. I could see Leon sending a head kick up there. That's like the one weapon, because Carlos Prates likes to drop his hands a little bit, talk to you a little bit, taunt you. I'm going to go with the younger guy, go with the hungry guy. I'm going with the cigarette smoking knockout artist. Knee to the body in the clinch seems likely. Carlos Prates gets a knockout here.
I like it, man. Prates also a 4-inch reach advantage, which I think is going to be useful with the hands as well. It's a good fight. Very excited for this one, man. Finchman and I both going the Prates side. Let's keep running. Let's get to our next fight on the card. Sean Brady versus Michael Morales. I'm going with Michael Morales to pull off the upset against Sean Brady, man. It comes down to he does need to stop these takedowns, of course. On the ground, Sean Brady's grappling, his top control, his submission threat is world class. But Michael Morales comes from that Ecuadorian wrestling base. Now, of course, we've seen the hands as of late. He's going to have a big striking advantage here against Sean Brady. I have seen improvements in Brady's striking, and I think there's definitely elements of his boxing that look pretty good. But I think Michael Morales has a massive speed advantage from distance. I think he has a big power advantage as well. Also got a nice reach advantage of 7.5 inches, and he's sharp from the outside. If Sean Brady is not getting this fight to the ground, Michael Morales' striking is going to absolutely come through in an impressive way. Morales right now undefeated 18-0 versus 18-1. It's crazy to see Sean Brady coming off of the Leon Edwards win, the biggest win of his career. And then they're like, hey, we're giving you the next guy on the come up, Michael Morales. So I don't know who Sean Brady pissed off behind the scenes, to have this matchup instead, right? I would have thought Sean Brady would be in the running for potentially an Ian Gary fight or something like that. But instead, they give him Michael Morales. I'm going with Morales, though. I think that the power and the hand speed is going to come through. I really like Morales' striking, and I think he's going to be lightning speed. And I feel as though Sean Brady is not going to have an easy time getting Morales to the ground. I think he's pretty good at stopping the takedowns. He's going to be hard to track down as well with the quick feet and the good punch speed. I'm going Michael Morales to push Sean Brady away in this fight.
This one don't keep you up at night. You're being kept up at night by Pat Sabatini and Chepe. This one don't keep you up at night. We're talking about the fucking 18-1. Sean Brady beat Craig Jones in a grappling match via decision. But Sean Brady's fucking high level on the ground. So Morales has a lot to worry about there. Can Morales stop the takedowns? I'm not sure. Yes, he definitely has the wrestling background. His striking is impressive, but he's fought who? Like, Sean Brady has a lot better resume. I see people right now dunking in the comments, bro, Sean Brady got TKO'd by Bilal. I haven't seen Michael Morales fight Bilal. Let's see Michael Morales fight Bilal, see how that shit goes down. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of question marks I have about Michael Morales. This is a huge jump up in competition for him. This is a big deal. And, Sean Brady's on one right now. Sean Brady's on one. His striking looks better than ever. And his jiu-jitsu is an obvious edge. I mean, there's two obvious edges here, right? The striking of Michael Morales is like dangerous and talented. Okay.
Yeah.
But then the jiu-jitsu ability of Sean Brady, I mean, he might be able to really dominate him if he can get to a top spot here. He just has to get to that spot. So I understand what you're saying. You're saying the wrestling's going to cancel out at Morales's takedown defense. Brother, tough pick for me. Okay. You were Humpty Dumpty before. I'm Humpty Dumpty on this one. I don't know. This is a very good fight. If Morales ends up on his back, I think he's getting fucked up by Sean Brady. I don't think Sean Brady's even going to try to hold him down like he did to Leon. I think with Leon, he's like, I got the former world champ here. I'm just going to cook him. As for with Morales, I think he's going to take his back and strangle him. I don't think he's playing with Morales on the ground. On the feet, Morales has got some long-ass limbs. He's explosive. He's quick. He's got real talent. You could see him hurting Brady. So, yeah, it's a really good fight, man. I might leave this one to y'all. Early lean was Sean Brady's submission because I trust his experience, and maybe he has to overcome some bad moments in this fight. But and Michael Morales is going to give him a run for his money. Make no mistake. But I think he needs to get on top one time to choke this kid, and I'm going to say he does it.
Let's go. Respect to the Finch, man. And PDX says, what's Morales' get-up game like?
Who knows?
I guess we're going to find out at this level.
That's the thing. Who knows? I know a lot more about Sean Brady's game against higher-level competition.
Yeah. No, listen, Sean Brady's a fucking animal. Michael Morales is a great up-and-comer. This is one of those fights, dude, where it's like 18-1 versus 18-0. It doesn't happen often with this level of guys. It's world class. Thank you for $4.99 PDX.
Thank you.
We find out everything. I really feel as though, if Morales can stop the takedown, if Morales does have good grappling defense and gets up, I think Sean Brady is toast on the feet. Now, if Brady takes the back of Morales, could absolutely be the cinder block from top into the strangle. So definitely one of those fights where, which side do you think implements their game plan more effectively here? And obviously you can argue we don't have the evidence on Morales grappling against somebody near Sean Brady's level. Of course not. So then it comes down to, do you have faith in what you've seen? And do you think the prospect has what it takes to really bust into the elites of the weight class? I mean, Michael Morales with the win is arguably a fight away from a world title fight. I think same goes for Sean Brady. If Sean Brady goes out and wins this fight, I mean, a fight maybe against Shavkat, maybe against Usman is right on the table. Even potentially the world title fight, the winner of, the main event could be on the horizon for Sean Brady with a W in this one. And arguably same for Morales. So absolutely crazy. Welterweight, I think right now, welterweight feels like the most stacked division, also because we don't have a long-standing champion, right? Bantamweight is stacked, but Marab's lapping everybody. Flyweight's got some good fighters, but they're getting lapped. Lightweight solid, but I feel like we've seen a few of them lose. Welterweight is the most stacked division, I think, in the UFC right now. I think it's the premier weight class in 2025.
Yeah, there's just so many fun matchups to be made, man. And now with Hamza at 85, we got a little bit of little bit of action up there. Poatan took the belt back at 205. Tom Aspinall's having some trouble at heavyweight. I mean, there are some stirred up divisions, but yeah, for sure, there's so much talent. Islam moving up to 172. It's fucking stacked. I love to see it, of course.
Odds for the fight, -139 Brady, +119 for Morales. If you got Brady by sub, it's 4-1 odds. Morales by KO, +250. You pick a side and ride, man. That's the best way I can really tell you. I definitely understand arguments towards Brady, but I just recognize Morales does have the base first of wrestling. It's like we were talking about it earlier, learning to wrestle is such a hard thing. Morales was built on wrestling first and now has developed this incredibly dangerous striking game to go alongside of the defensive wrestling tool set. Of course, Sean Brady's jiu-jitsu is incredible.
Yeah.
We shall find out.
Yeah, it's a fun fight, guys. I think it's the toughest pick for me on the card. There's a lot of talent in the corner of Michael Morales. He's going to give Sean Brady a run for his money. I would not be surprised to see a Michael Morales highlight. I'm gonna trust in Sean Brady because this is a big step up. He got an old Gilbert Burns, did Michael Morales, and before that, really, Neil Magny was his best win. Like, I think this is he's going to be up against a fucking strong grappler. Like, strong as in, like, this dude's built like fucking Jeff Monson,
Oh.
Anybody who got the Jeff Monson reference, shout out to you, by the way.
He does look like Jeff Monson, actually. That's crazy. Same build. Freaky.
So I'm gonna have a slight lean for Sean Brady. I don't know. You almost convinced me. I think Michael Morales KO is live.
It's a fucking fight, man. Benjamin Howell, thank you for the 2. Morales is a big welterweight. Can Brady outskill the power? Well, listen, if he is on top of Morales, regardless of the length, Sean Brady is strong and jacked, and he's definitely a physically fucking impressive specimen of a fighter. So it depends on where the fight takes place. Now, the reach disadvantage is a factor. I will say Morales beat Gilbert Burns. The fight before that, it was Brady versus Burns, and it was, an all 5-round fight. Morales buzzsawed through him. So I don't think there's much of an argument to who's the better striker. And I think there's not an argument to who has better jiu-jitsu, really. It's about who implements their game, right? Yeah. If Sean Brady can pressure forward, get close, get chest to chest on him, take him down against the cage, work from top position, pass, beat him up a little bit, force him to turn his back to try and get up, take his back and choke him out. Well, Sean Brady could buzzsaw it. But if Brady's failing from takedowns from outside, getting stung up on the feet, he's getting stuck in the mud from distance, Morales' lightning speed hands are going to show itself. So depends on the side you're on, man. Great fight. Great fight.
Sean Brady submitted Kelvin Gastelum, pretty hard to do. Beats Gilbert Burns, submitted Leon Edwards. I mean, these are quality. He's a finisher. If he gets to the top position, I think he catches a neck here. I could see him getting the finish over Michael Morales. He just can't spend too much time on the end of Michael Morales' jab, though, because there's a lot of other weapons waiting for him there. Excited for this one.
Great fight. Great fight. Great card. Let's get to the co-main event. The ladies going after it. Valentina Shevchenko versus Weili Zhang for the women's flyweight belt. I'm tormented by this pick as well, Finch. You said, am I staying up at night thinking about this one? Is another one. I'm going Weili right now. I think Weili could be quick. I think Weili's a little more primed. I think she's a little faster. And you know what? I think Weili's better at grappling. Yes, Shevchenko has a bit of the size edge, but I think Weili could take the back. I think Weili could hit some takedowns. I've felt like Shevchenko's been slowing down for years. I thought after the Talia Santos fight, it was wraps as Alexa Grasso found a way to the neck and then into a draw. And then she ends up dominating her in the trilogy. Beats Manafuro in a close decision. I think Weili Zhang right now is a problem for Shevchenko. I think her being a little shorter is like an advantage because Shevchenko's going to have to get after her with the takedowns. I think Weili has more of an availability to hit the takedowns. I think Weili's strength at 125 could end up looking crazy. And with the speed of the lighter woman, I think that's a factor too. I'm going Weili Zhang to pull off the upset in this fight, Mike Finch. And she might choke Shevchenko out. I can see the rear naked strangle. What do you think?
Cool Breezy says, my girl like French. Hey, shout out to Cool Breezy, Tony's girl. What up? What up? Finally. God, all dudes in this chat all the time. Finally, we got some female energy. Brady, safe wifey bet. Morales, risky, crazy girlfriend. I hear you, bro. Thank you for the 2. Yo, I just argued this out. I just hashed this out with my boy Kayvon at the gym. Kayvon's telling me, bro, Valentina Shevchenko is a lock. Valentina Shevchenko should be able to outstrike, out wrestle Wei Li. He's like, you know, she's gonna be faster than Wei Li. He's telling me. He thinks Shevchenko is going to be faster than Wei Li. I think Wei Li is going to be faster. I think Wei Li is going to hit the takedowns. I think Wei Li has better cardio, better output. I believe in the striking wrestling blend. You know, Shevchenko, she has such a unique, beautiful style, but really it's kickboxing with takedown defense in this fight because I don't see her getting the takedowns on Wei Li. That would surprise me if she could score those quick takedowns she does on a lot of these other girls. That would surprise me here. I think she's probably reserved back to just being a kickboxer, and that Wei Li's the one who could surprise her with some takedowns. And AJ, I love the championship experience for Wei Li. She's gone 5 rounds. She cooked Tatiana Suarez, who's a phenomenal wrestler. You know, against the Valentina Shevchenko, I do see her scoring the key takedowns here. Shout out to Captain Eric Alberison, Wei Li's former wrestling coach. She absolutely uses those level changes, those MMA type shots that they do, and it's fantastic. You know, her inside trip, that's straight from Henry Cejudo himself. I know because he's taught me over at King's MMA here, that inside trip. Wei Li is nasty with it. She goes full fucking speed. She's a special athlete. She's in her prime. This is the right fight. I mean, you're seeing the 2 best females in the world. I think Chris Cyborg versus Kayla Harrison would be a lot of fun, but this is probably the most skilled female fight you can put on planet Earth. Very excited. And I'm gonna go with Team China here. I think Wei Li's gonna get it done via decision in a good one. I think she'll come out with one of those championship rounds, and that'll make the difference. You know, when the fight goes on and gets hard, Wei Li seems to take over. She's a real champion through and through. And I do think her mix of the double legs and the trips and the cage wrestling with the quick and dynamic Muay Thai is gonna be able to get it done.
I like it, man. I was curious your take on this one, and I'm happy to see we're both leaning towards Wei Li with a similar thought process on this one right here. Because I don't know, I feel as though the speed is a factor. Speed kills. Wei Li, I also think Wei Li blends the striking and grappling a bit better. Not that Shevchenko can't grapple too. Shevchenko can. But I don't know, the way that Wei Li mixes the 2 together just seems more effortless. Whereas I feel like at times Valentina switches in her brain from striking to grappling. Whereas with Wei Li, it's very natural.
It's one game. Yep, yes. It's mixed martial arts. She keeps you off balance with it, you know? She'll hit a takedown or 2, and now you're worried about it, and she can let her hands go, and then the kicks start happening. Like, she puts MMA together really well. Now, the one thing is Wei Li's shorter. Wei Li's the smaller fighter of the 2. So will it translate to the higher weight class is the real question. What a fight.
What a fight. Benjamin Howell, thank you for the $2. Draw via communism. Both stay hungry for the belt. Thank you. This guy's crazy.
That's crazy work, bro. This ain't Mao Zedong. This is fucking Xi Jinping China, bro. It's like a communism capitalism blend. You know, they're doing their own thing. Eh? They don't look hungry over there in China right now. My buddy Sam lived there for a year and a half. He said they're doing pretty good. So I think those days are over, you know? I think that and you know what? Like, Wei Li's cool, right? Like, you want to root for Wei Li. And so is fucking Valentina Shevchenko. I'm a big fan of both. Valentina Bullet Shevchenko, the dances she does, you know, her and Marab dancing after they both won those snooze fests at fucking the Sphere show. You know, I root for both of them. I'm a fan of both. It's a really fun fight, fun matchup. And the main thing I got to see here is, does the size difference negate the skill that Wei Li is showing? If Wei Li's starting to get stuffed when she shoots those takedowns, it's an issue. My thing, AJ, is her takedowns are not about strength. Like, Wei Li's takedowns are not about having to muscle you in the clinch, or it's a timing thing. And I think she keeps that here.
Agreed. Listen, I like the call. Plus 115 for the co-main event underdog call for me and the Finch man. Minus 135 on the opposite side with Valentina Shevchenko. We're going Wei Li. Submission win for Wei Li, which is, you know, a little more of a savage reach, is plus 900. Of course, these 2 ladies could definitely go all 5, but I do see a possibility of the lighter woman's skill coming
That'd
through
be
with the speed.
huge. What a
Right?
moment in her career to submit Valentina
Holy
Shevchenko.
shit.
That would be like the Juliana Pena fucking moment against Amanda Nunes. Wrapping that neck would be huge. I don't know, man. I mean, Valentina, went back and forth with Alexa Grasso with the draw and stuff like that. I think Wei Li's just on one right now. I really do. I'm impressed by her, man. I think she gets it done.
Let's go. Finchman like on Wei Li in the co-main event. You guys know what time it is. Main event of the evening. If you guys are watching and enjoying, hit that damn like button. If it's your first time tuning into the channel, hit the damn subscribe button. Join the MMA Experts Savage Army up in here. All right. We got me and the Finchman breaking down UFC 322's star-studded card and fight of the year in the main event. Jack Della Maddalena versus Islam Makhachev for the welterweight title. I'm picking Jack Della Maddalena to pull the upset.
You are
against Islam Makhachev. Like Finch.
Shit.
I think it's gonna happen.
Oh shit!
I'm doing it.
No wonder, because people were coming through my comment section.
Yeah,
and they're like, "I'm done with you and AJ, bro.
What?
You guys are tripping." Yeah. Dude.
What? That's crazy. Listen,
yes.
I like the high caliber boxing of Jack Della. I like the punch combinations. He has good grappling defense. His get-up game is looking sicker and sicker. He also has good takedown defense in itself, and he is the welterweight. Islam coming up where his entire career he's been the bigger guy. I think Islam Makhachev is definitely at a disadvantage with boxing. Now, of course, Islam from top position, landing takedowns, is a fucking monster. Nobody's saying he isn't. But Jack Della Maddalena is not going to be some easy guy to just buzzsaw through and take down. And I actually think the Arman Tsarukyan fight not happening for Islam is somewhat of a bad thing. It was too easy against Money Moicano. He wasn't put to the test. And Dustin Poirier, yes, he was able to finish Poirier and he outstruck him in moments, but Poirier gave him a decent fight getting into the 5th round with him. Now he's fighting a big Jack Della Maddalena, with hand speed, one of the best combination punchers in the UFC, maybe one of the best combination punchers in MMA period right now. I'd say yes, maybe ever. I'd say yes.
One of the,
maybe the.
I
also feel like the shots he was landing on Belal knock most people out. I think people are naturally like Belal haters, so they don't look at Belal's durability as such a positive element. And like Jack Della was thudding him up with shots. Even in round number 5, he keeps coming. We've seen Islam slow down in the championship rounds against Volkanovski the first time out. And of course, knocks him out with a head kick in the short notice rematch. That was spectacular. I just feel as though this is no walk in the park for Islam Makhachev against a game Jack Della Maddalena, who I believe just hit his prime now. I don't necessarily believe he was even in his prime yet when he fought Belal at 28. He's 29 years old. He's training with Craig Jones. The grappling skills specifically on the defensive side of things shoring up nicely to deal with the Dagestani grappling style. I think Islam is at a big boxing disadvantage. I think if Jack Della is stopping these takedowns and making Islam pay as he closes the gap, I see moments of hitability. I don't think Islam Makhachev is unbeatable. I think Jack Della Maddalena is the world champ coming off a win over Belal that demands some respect. And the fact that he's a big underdog too at plus 250, plus 230, I think Jack Della Maddalena is about to take this one home, guys. I'm going JDM to get it done, Mike Finch.
So is Yoda.
Hey,
JDM Moneyline. Let's go, Rat Robbins. Let's go. I'm going Jack Della Maddalena too, motherfuckers. Y'all can hate. Come on. I know y'all swinging from these Dagestani nuts everywhere. Come on, motherfuckers. Bring it on. Let's go. Let's battle it in the comment section right now. Jack Della Maddalena is the best striker in the UFC. Now you're gonna contest that. You're gonna tell me it's fucking Ilia Topuria. You're gonna send me elsewhere, and I think you're wrong because this is the most dynamic footwork we've seen. You got to appreciate the stance switching after he throws shots. You got to appreciate the ability to move his head while he's going backwards and also stalk people with these combinations, body, head, level changing, really rolling with shots. Good cardio over 5 rounds. He just has this dynamic, really impressive, beautiful to watch. And I've been teaching it. I mean, I could scroll through my phone and just show you the dozens and dozens of Jack Della Maddalena combinations that I have here. Let me see. I'll type in Belal because he had all these against Belal. Yeah, here versus Bilal. I got the southpaw combinations from Jack Della Maddalena. You can't see this on my phone.
No,
I got
we
the
can't.
Orthodox combinations. Here, let me turn the fucking brightness down. Now, can you see it? I got the
Yes.
Orthodox combinations there too. So these are, I'm like studying his tape. I'm replaying it over and over and again, and I'm stealing the combinations and then teaching them to my students. I'm very familiar with the style of striking that Jack Della Maddalena brings. I think it's a huge fucking problem for Islam Makhachev. Islam Makhachev is not good at walking people down. He backs up a lot. He was backing up against Charles Oliveira. You know, Bilal Muhammad is fantastic at walking people down, and even he couldn't corner and cook a Jack Della Maddalena. He was getting fucked up on the feet. Now you're going to take a 155er. You're going to put him up there with Jack, who's got a little bit, at least. Let's say they're equal size. So for the first time, Islam Makhachev's not massively bigger than his opponent, and you're going to put him up there, a guy who stands pretty straight up. I think Jack Della is going to outbox the shit out of Islam Makhachev. An issue is when he ducks his head, and shout out to Voice of MMA, brand new channel my boy Kevin made. He broke this down really well, so I'll give credit where credit's due. He mentioned how when Jack ducks his head, Islam Makhachev has a really nice Muay Thai clinch. He throws good knees to the head, and he's got wicked head kicks. I mean, ask Volkanovski about that if he remembers. So you know, there's an issue when JDM ducks his head down. I'm definitely acknowledging that, but I'm gonna say that's relatively low because he keeps his hands up as he's doing it, and then when he's moving forward, bro, I think he's punching Islam in the face plenty. Who's got better cardio? You got to think it's Jack Della Maddalena. Islam Makhachev slows down, and now we got creatine Islam. We got creatine Islam. We got Islam with his fucking, he's in the squat rack, repping all that weight. I think it could backfire on him, right? What does the Khabib camp think? They think, okay, we'll put more muscle on Islam. He's going to fucking come out there. He's going to get that under over clinch. He's just going to rip that trip out, right? He's going to be able to dominate this guy because he's going to be able to outmuscle him even more. I think it's the exact opposite. I think the best thing Islam could bring is a little bit of cardio, a little bit of, you know, being able to go 5. If he gets tired, if he can't get blood, it can't get oxygen to those muscles and starts fatiguing, Jack Della Maddalena is going to fuck him up. Jack Della Maddalena is not to be played with. He will put you out, okay? How many times has Jack Della Maddalena fought a guy who wanted to give him a hug? Come here, Jack. How many times? Basil Hafez wanted to outmuscle him. Gilbert Burns wanted to outmuscle him. Bilal Muhammad definitely wanted to outmuscle him. Every fucking time he's been anti-wrestling. He level changes with you. He down blocks. He gets off that fence really well. He doesn't hang out in the clinch. He's an intelligent fighter. I think he makes the fight happen where he wants it to. And then, of course, his stand-ups are fantastic. You know, he's got Craig Jones out there in Australia training with him again. You saw how effective Craig Jones was just teaching his just stand-up technique, which is available on the internet. I'm selling his shit, but it works. You know, I've been studying it all week. You know, his stand-ups, keeping the elbows tight into the hips, hand fighting, getting back up to the feet, getting the head high, you know, scooting the knee out if you need to create some space to be able to pop back up onto the feet. The stand-ups of that Craig Jones is made for MMA are second to none. I think they're the best. It was working for 145er Volkanovski. Now you're going to take a guy who's been fighting the likes of Bilal Muhammad, Gilbert Burns, real 170 pounders, and he's got that stand-up game. I think it's a massive, massive issue for Islam Makhachev. He has his fucking hands full here, and I think Islam Makhachev is going to be getting outboxed by Jack Della Maddalena. Do I think he will be taken down? Yes. Do I think that Islam Makhachev will hurt Jack? Sure. Absolutely he can. Do I think that this is going to be a fucking good fight? Absolutely. This ain't no Hamzat versus Dricus du Plessis, right? But as this fight wears on, as Islam Makhachev takes some deep breaths, Jack Della Maddalena has balls made out of titanium. My man is a dog, and I think he could bring that dog in 3, 4, and 5 and win this decision. I'm going with the underdog. I'm going with the champ. I'm going with Jack Della Maddalena, welcoming Islam Makhachev to welterweight with an L and taking the pound-for-pound king off of the win streak.
I love it, man. Jack Della has a very great ability at returning fights to the center of the octagon, keeping the fights in open space. And Islam shooting open mat takedowns is going to be a red flag. He's going to need to get Jack Della towards the cage. I think as Islam is shooting more in the open, I see Jack Della's takedown defense looking sharp. And I think big shots are coming the way. I see the chat going nuts on the opposite end. I also see a couple donos that we want to read off real quick. We got Benjamin Howell with the $2. Divorced Ilya wears JDM skin and KO's Islam for real. Okay, there we go.
Divorced Ilya will wear JDM skin. Will wear his skin. It just means beat him up. What is he trying to say?
I think he's gonna wear his skin, like he's gonna pretend to be
kill him.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
All right. There we go. Thank you. Chaz Berkey, does the winner call out Brady or Prates or Usman?
The winner goes in parties, bro. This is the biggest fight of their career. Who the fuck is Brady, Prates, and Usman compared to these guys?
Again, no hype after compared to these two. I don't want to hear no mention of no other name when these two elites tangle, man. And thank you, Benjamin Howell, for another 2. Thank you, Chaz Berkey, as well for the 2. Marab levels a yap. Let AJ glaze for a bit. Thank you for the 2. Listen, man, I think Jack Della Maddalena is ready to rock and roll. I see the punch combinations as a big element of success for him here. I went into the tape study with the mindset of, I'm probably going to go Islam. And I'm watching and I'm looking and I'm seeing and I'm observing and I'm taking notes and I'm writing things down. And I'm like, Jack Della Maddalena is in this fight more than anybody has ever been in a fight with Islam Makhachev in his 155-pound championship reign. Jack Della Maddalena, make no mistake about it, is the most difficult fight of Islam Makhachev's career, bar none. Okay? The wins for Makhachev, obviously impressive in the rematch against Volk, but with the caveat of the short notice, look at what Volk was able to do late in that fight. And of course, he lost the decision clearly. But now we have a 170-pound Jack Della Maddalena with nasty pop in his hands, punch combinations, and an evolving skill set. I'll say this, Craig Jones has the recipe to defeat the Dagestani wrestling, but you need the right athlete to make it work. Jack Della Maddalena is exactly that athlete. He is
Australia. They don't wrestle, brother. No wrestling in Australia. We'll see on Saturday.
We'll see on Saturday. Finchman and I going for the savage side.
We are. And I want to give Islam his flowers, right? Is Islam a better wrestler than Bilal Muhammad? Yes. Yes. Ask Bilal Muhammad and he'll tell you that. Okay. But I think that there are a lot of X factors that people are overlooking because they love Islam Makhachev and Khabib. For some reason Khabib still overshadows Islam somehow. Guys, this is shit that Khabib never did. Okay, Khabib never went up to welterweight and challenged for the title when it was fucking Tyron Woodley. Okay. All respect to Tyron Woodley, but I think Jack Della is levels above. This is Islam really testing himself at 34 years old. Jack Della Maddalena is 29. Jack Della Maddalena is hungry as fuck. He's a dog. So Islam Makhachev, yes, the best wrestler in the UFC is very likely. I mean, his wrestling is far better than Bilal Muhammad's, but Bilal's a little bigger, better cardio. He had other problems for Jack. If Islam starts to gas, if that muscle that he added on starts to tax him a little bit in that 3rd round, Jack Della is going to take this fucking fight over. Don't be surprised if you see Jack Della Maddalena getting a 5th round knockout, which would blow the fucking roof off of Madison Square Garden, by the way.
Holy shit. Bano Tech, thank you for $1.99. A fight gets closer, I'm more confident in JDM TKO. I feel like he's live to stop Islam in the later stages, especially if Islam, thank you for $1.99, is failing at some of the takedowns, man. I'm ready for Jack Della Maddalena. He's a plus 210 underdog here against Islam, who's the minus 250 favorite. I think this is much more of a split fight with even money down the line in the odds that I would write up. And I think Jack Della Maddalena's obviously edge in the boxing and the speed and the get-up game could be the true kryptonite to Islam's dominant grappling. It's not like he just buzzsawed through the side of Dustin Poirier quickly, or even Charles Oliveira, or even Volkanovski the first time. And I think people might be riding on their high horse of how easily he ran through Money Moicano, but would Jack Della Maddalena not stop Money Moicano in half a round? I think that'd be a complete mismatch. I think when you look at Islam Makhachev's resume, and then you look at Jack Della, this is a different animal. This is a guy who's bigger than him. Islam's always bigger at 155.
Yeah.
That strength edge is gone.
Just read a comment I want to just respond to.
Yeah.
You guys see that Jack Della couldn't finish Bilal, and now you're going to pick him to finish Islam Makhachev? LOL. No, the joke's on you. You don't understand what you're talking about. Bilal Muhammad doesn't finish fights, okay? Bilal Muhammad has the best cardio in the UFC. It's very difficult to finish Bilal Muhammad. Islam Makhachev goes out there and finishes fights. Islam Makhachev goes out there and lets shit go. And what happens when you finish fights and you let shit go and you try to put people out, you don't always have the cardio to go 25 hard minutes. Now, Jack Della Maddalena does. Jack Della Maddalena has shown that cardio. And with the added muscle, yes, those factors could end up meaning that Islam has a good round 1 and round 2 and then a bad 3, 4, 5. There is a likely scenario that I see where Jack Della Maddalena gets that knockout. By the way, Islam Makhachev is live to get a knockout. You know, Islam Makhachev, people want to say like he's like a boring wrestler. There's like a caricature of him. It's not true at all. He finishes fights, takes every fight. Look at him up at welterweight. You know, titanium balls on both of these guys. Okay, Islam Makhachev deserves a lot of respect for taking the risk. It's incredible how a lot of people don't see it that way, though. How a lot of people will still credit Khabib's legacy. Khabib's done nothing compared to what Islam has done, especially if Islam wins this welterweight title. Clearly, Islam is the more storied career.
Agreed. Benjamin Howell, thank you for the 2. YouTube taxes first. Don't spend this all in one place. All right. Thank you, Benjamin Howell. I think Australian BJJ has solved Sambo. 3-name Jack W.A. Paku. Thank you for the $2, big dog.
Thank you, Paku. You're the man. Islam Makhachev's submission game is nasty. Another thing he's got to worry about is those submissions. Another reason why I love seeing Craig Jones out there in Australia with his Keep Jiu-Jitsu Gay shirt, you know? He clicks with Jack Della. Jack Della's he's like a little laid back. They got that Aussie thing where it's like you always roast each other. They're always kind of sarcastic, you know? And Craig Jones fits well into that. And you know, he's a big dude. I think he's going to be putting a lot of mimicking the Dagestanis well, putting a lot of pressure on Jack. I think that just brings a lot of confidence in that Jack could avoid being, you know, Darce choked here, because Islam Makhachev's submission ability is tremendous as well. There's a reason why Islam Makhachev is the #1 pound for pound fighter in the world, but he's not at welterweight. He's going to have to prove that on Saturday. Let's go. Finchman and I going for the Savage Dog side in the main event. They hate it. They hate it. But there's some that love it. We're going Jack Della Maddalena to pull off the upset and take Islam out. Now, Finch, come on, much fun as we're having here. I'm ready to talk these parlays. Are you? Let's run it. Let's do it.
All the competition that try to compete, stand back, watch the bomb drop.
Parlay time. Open up your wallets and let's bet on some fierce fights. Yeah, parlay time. This is the best fight of the fucking year on Saturday night. I mean, the most confident single pick, bro. I gotta go with Kyle Daukaus over Gerald Meerschaert, dude. You know, I love my boy GM3, but I think Kyle Daukaus is gonna smoke him like a joint. I think that's incredibly live. I think Kyle Daukaus to win makes a ton of sense. And you know who else to win makes a ton of sense? Blanchfield off to go out and handle business. You got -111 on the parlay. One of the few girls that I feel you can really rely on, because you know she's got a chin. You know she's walking girls down, bringing thunder. And I think she can outdog the side of Tracy Cortez, especially after, you know, that first fight, little controversial loss when she was 19. Now in her mid-20s, she wants vengeance. And I don't think Cortez has made near the improvements that Blanchfield has made. So that's a nice little 2-leg parlay. I like -111 as well for the show. Bro, me betting on ladies fights, it hasn't always, you know what I mean? The ladies, bro, I'm fucking, I think that's a fight between those two for sure. Maybe you picked the ladies fight, but I mean, Jacqueline Cavalcanti I got last week. I just went for it. But I've literally told my people, I'm like, if you see me throwing these ladies money lines in, be like, Finch, yo, are we sure? Right? Because sometimes they're hard to predict. That's a great fight. And I like that we're getting a plus money parlay for the folks. Let's go. -111. I wish it was plus. It is? Yeah. Blanchfield's that much of a favorite? She's like -250, -215, -230 range. Yeah. Give us a men's pick for the parlay, AJ. Listen. No, don't do it for him. Best MMA bets, man.
He don't do it for him. He didn't even dono you to go tell you what to do. Jesus Christ. You know? Jesus Christ, folks. Yo, super excited for this card, guys. I will be in Arizona all week. Okay. I'll be in Scottsdale. I'll be in Chandler. I'll be in fucking all over the place. Okay. So I'll be running around. So I'm going to drop my most confident right after this. I already did my full card predictions. So I'm dropping all the fucking content, all the bets and everything tonight in anticipation for this wicked card.
Benjamin Howell, thank you for another $2 to watch you two smile. Feeds my soul more than food. Hey, thank you, bro. And then we got another one from Decision to Decisionator. Finishing is lesser.
Nah, bro. Like finish fights. Finish fights. It's good to finish fights. Although that's Rosenstrike you got right there. I once hit a Rosenstrike via decision line. It was like some crazy plus 800. I don't know, some stupid ass line.
Fight, right?
You remember against Tai Tuivasa?
Yep.
Bro. So yeah, picking a decision can help sometimes. Thank you, Benjamin.
Hey, shout out to the people. We hope you guys enjoyed. Special announcement. If you guys weren't here earlier, my birthday is Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern time on my birthday. Taco Padilla will be joining the lunchtime live. So tune in to the show. I'll be chopping it up with my boy Taco. Been wanting to do this with him for a long while. And I'm very excited to go face to face with them and chop it up for a while, especially it's my B day too. So it works out pretty cool. Make sure you guys set it on your calendars. 1 p.m. Eastern time, lunchtime live, Wednesday, November 12th. Must watch action. Okay. Must watch action.
Absolutely. Happy fucking birthday. Since I won't be talking to you on Wednesday, I'll be running around Arizona on vacation, but happy fucking birthday, bro.
Thank you, brother, man. Listen, go check out the Finch, people. Go listen to his most confident picks. I want to hear him. I'm definitely going to tune in as well. Smash the likes here. Subscribe it up if you're new to the channel. Any final words, Finch, man?
Let's fucking eat.
Let's do it. Shout out to the Finch for always bringing the thunder every single week. And another savage money line in the books. 322 violent festivities upon us. See you guys in the next one. Go watch the Finch, man. Peace out.